We are live on Raging Gobbo. Hello.
Are you sure we're live? Because last time you said we were live at first that you weren't, and then I had to start over. So just want to double check.
My mic wasn't working. That's different, but I'm not switching headsets anymore.
Oh, all right. Good evening, everyone. This is episode 6, I believe. 7? Episode 7? 8?
8.
Episode 8 of Dungeons and Disasters. Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon. We rejoin our party after discovering quite the interesting little phenomenon happening with their close friend. But before that happens, their fights with their new nemesis. What was his name? Maximilian? No, it was Legion. Legion, yes, he referred to himself. You had just concluded that battle, and then he gave you a ominous forewarning of your close, small reptilian friend. And as soon as that happened, he turned into a dragon. No big deal. How is everyone feeling about that, by the way?
I think Gemini is still figuring that out mentally. More concerned about Blink jumping him, going
Makes
for a
sense, makes
dive
sense.
down into the earth with him after scaring the poor child.
Hmm. What about you, Blink, the culprit in this situation?
I don't feel bad about jumping him. Um, could have been avoided if I was just told the truth. Um,
In his defense, you are very evasive of the subject, Gemini.
Yes, for good reason.
Correct. You did
so
immediately jump him, so she had
I
valid reason as well.
I thought a monster ate him, so I decided to attack him.
The
No,
monster ate him and used his voice. Truly despicable.
I thought he was talking from inside of it. You know?
um,
And what about our
Ralph,
dear normal man, Ralph?
yeah, Ralph definitely has some remorse and probably wishes he looked to Gemini for guidance. Because he generally has a soft spot for Chomp. Maybe a little wary now because of the larger stature, but he isn't generally scared of the person. It's just he's never personally been around a creature such of this stature before, so it's naturally intimidating for him.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And speaking of, how does it feel knowing that you were able to overpower and pin down a dragon? Even
Well,
one
I,
as young
I
as this.
think I think Ralph's been stuck on the wall too long. And he's a young, strapping individual who's
Oh,
trained and talented and is finding himself and what he can do.
that's good. It's good to have confidence like that. So few people do, and here are two prime examples sitting adjacent from me. Anyways, that concludes our recap. Now we pick up where we left off. Gemini having just very perfectly, natural 20, removing a odd, smooth stone from under our poor Chomp's scales. It appears to be magical in nature, and from what you deduced, it could be potentially how they were tracking and why you were unable to see it before, or it only made his presence known when he was in his true form.
I'm going to get out of this hole that we're currently in.
No, he flew you out already.
That's right. I'm going to take a moment just to examine this thing, trying to see if I can more accurately deduce its nature. I do not have an identify spell. I'm not very good with magic, so I don't think I'll get much out of this.
You can still make an Arcana check, and as long as you beat the spell level's DC, you can get a somewhat detailed description. It won't be nearly as accurate or defined as if you were to use an identify, but
Can I use a
you'll be able to
guidance?
get an idea of what it is. Sure, why not?
That's actually pretty good. It's a 15 on the d20 and
Okay.
a 3. So an 18 plus my Arcana, which is a 1. So 19 total.
Meets beats.
Jesus. Okay.
DC plus spell level.
Okay. What does this 9th level artifact do? Or that I can deduce?
It's just for a very general description. You are correct in your assumptions. This is consistently, well, not consistently. You know what? You rolled a high enough number. I'll give you a bit more details than that. This periodically, over the course of maybe twice a day at specific intervals, relays the exact location of its presence. To where it is, you have no idea. For something as powerful as this, it could go all the way across to the western side of the continent, for all you know.
Yeah.
Which is, ironically, where the dragon armies are marching from.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on to this for a minute. And just wait for everyone to kind of settle.
As you're coming to this harrowing conclusion, Ralph, what are you doing right now? Chomp is currently just kind of recover from the ordeal that he just got put through. So he's just thrown out on the ground.
Imagine I'm probably thrown on my rear as well after quite the tussle with a large creature. And kind of like with my hands or my elbows kind of hung on my knees. I'll look to Gemini and say, well, this actually is a pressing matter, and I thank you for pulling us over. We do need to speak with Sergeant Crawford, however. It's where we are heading before you came and got us.
Do we need to tell Sergeant Crawford about this?
Hell no. Gods no.
Oh.
The good king's in the good king's name. No.
At the mention of mentioning
All
him
right.
to Crawford, Chomp actually sneezes and a bit of fire just kind of shoots out of his nostrils.
All right. I
Jump back a bit, startled.
I was
He's a
unsure if...
bit startled too and falls back.
All right. Well, I'm glad that we are in agreement about that. Not that I do not trust the captain, but I would be afraid of his reaction, much as I was fearful of Blink's. That fear is justifiable, all things considered, but I do not think it is wise to immediately consider everything an enemy or dangerous.
Well, I know Chomp to be a friend, but couldn't say the same for my comrades or my superior. Sergeant Crawford's an ass. Let's be honest. I was intending to, well, with the aid of Blink and his clout, maybe charter a way to the city to get the lot of us out of Signal. And well, I think it's imperative that the city is warned.
I'd agree. What shall we do with Chomp? I do not know if we should leave him on his own out there. Do you think it'd be better if I accompany you with this conversation with the captain, or remain here with Chomp? What?
I'm looking at Blink and like nervously. We told him you're dead.
You're dead?
No. Chomp, it's not like that, Chomp. It's not like that.
I'm so sorry.
It was pretend, Chomp. We were pretending.
You lied?
Yes.
Told a
Lying's a
fib.
sin.
What?
How do you know what a sin is?
Yeah, so which faith do you follow, Chomp?
Sinners burn in hell.
Oh,
Dragon's fire.
All right.
Oh,
Well, I guess
sorry.
that. Well, I suppose it settles that then. Perhaps, though that'll be beneficial, and the reason for me not to return back with you. In that case, I will remain here with Chomp and, well, let you tend to business.
Yes,
You've been quiet for a while, Blink.
yeah.
What is your take?
I'd be agreeing. But yeah, we told her. Told him he's dead. Told it him she's dead. Yeah. Be like, yep.
Um,
All right.
if we were to be sent away from Signal, Blink and I, on an official mission of sorts, well, I assume Chomp and yourself could just tag along with us, maybe hop in the wagon. But for now, it's best if you could see to remaining low, and I'll kind of be like looking at Chomp, like
Right. We will.
keep him low. Like,
Just
I'll
kind of lowers
see.
himself into some tall grass.
I'll see what we can do about this. Maybe there's something we can manage. If that is the case, perhaps you could acquire a new change of clothes for me. One thing about this attire is it's really all the people see.
I should be able to find something.
His new change of clothes. I fetched the noble robes from session 1
Oh,
that I
have
acquired.
I appreciate that. I would at the very least still need some sort of cloak or something to hide my face.
I can just picture you in an umbrella dress and just wearing a cowl over that, and it doesn't cover anything.
No.
I am the knight. So we have a plan then. The two of you, Blink and Ralph, will be heading back into town to confer with Sergeant Crawford about the current situation. And
Yes, report in hand.
Yeah, you did write up a report. I remember that.
I had a decent roll on it too.
Yeah, like a 15, I think. Wasn't
I
bad.
don't know.
It was pretty good. It was an intelligence check, which is your dumb
Yeah.
stat, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You did pretty good.
Does anyone have a high intelligence? Fuck.
I reckon that was
It
you.
might still be here.
What do you got, a 10?
Sure don't.
Does anybody have average to slightly above average intelligence?
I have a high wisdom, so I think I'm smart.
Slightly above, but
No.
not much.
Okay, so Gemini is still the smarts of the party. That's
Ugh.
oh
Okay.
boy.
The fuck?
But my favorite part about having a +1 to your intelligence is like literally you're just like guessing on the test, and if you get it right, you're just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's just slightly above.
I'm so
Just for the
smart.
fun of it, I'm gonna throw in this little fun in-house rule. If you ever roll like a 1 or a 2 on an intelligence or wisdom check for trying to gather information, you are going to need to come up with some outrageously incorrect information.
I like that.
Easy.
I like that.
Easy.
I got this. I'm on it.
Done.
All right, I can't wait to see how that works out. Anyways, so we're gonna start with you two, Blink and Ralph, heading back into town. You make your way back, and luckily, seeing as the barracks is just next to the town gate, it's not much of a walk. You make your way in. You see Sergeant Crawford sitting at the very end, as usual, writing up his own reports. Looks like he's actually just about to finish up and send the runner boy to Capital. There's a lot of things that happened within the past 28 hours. And quite a few of them are as a result of you three. Take that as you will. Anyways, he doesn't seem to notice you as you enter, but you may identify yourself.
Yes, and promptly and loudly, Sergeant Crawford, sir, the report you requested.
He doesn't look up from his paper, but he does hold his hand out to you for you to hand it to him.
Here you go. I hope it's of use.
He scans over it briefly, flicking through the pages.
Um,
One of your
The
more decently written reports are done.
uh, you see,
Would
sir,
you mind giving a brief summary of what your actual report was?
yeah, the summary would be just, of the events that had happened in the favor of what I'd want them to be, which is, just a little story change at the end, but I
Would you
had
say you lied?
yeah, I think we'd have to say there was some deception there. Gemini is not dead. She did
Deception, you
not
say?
die.
Why don't you make a deception check to see how convincing your lie was?
Sure, sure. So we would have I was escorting the strangers as ordered, and we heard an alarming noise. We saw
Mhm.
a fire. We had commanded the standstill soldiers around me to get to action to help the people in trouble, and with the strangers and myself, we pushed through the tower to apprehend whomever was responsible for this arson. Um, we were
Arson.
Yeah, the fire.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, and we came running in to find a reptilian featured man in a cloak, kind of standing strange and acting tough. Uh, we tussled with this individual for some time. I
Did you
almost
name him?
died. Um,
He
yeah, I would
did
probably,
disclose
yeah,
his name.
Legion. Yeah, I would
Legion.
say he
All right.
referred to himself as Legion, an individual referring to himself as Legion. I would say that I put my life on the line, and if it wasn't for the help of my new friend Gemini, then I probably wouldn't have made it. Um, but sadly, in the engagement, they had died. Um, yeah, and that's
How do you
when
explain the lack of remains?
that was the lack of remains to the giant explosion that happened as this wizard of great power disappeared in a ball of fire.
Seeing as there were two other charred corpses that were barely identifiable, you will need to make a deception check. The DC will be not too terrible, but may the dice be with you.
Here's to hoping. I'm rolling real dice today. Ooh,
Excellent.
I got my cat dice, and my cat dice tell me that I got a. Oh, I have a +1 to deception. So cool. A 17, please.
Pass. You write up your written up report is just convincing enough for Sergeant Crawford to look over any of the iffy details you might have put in there. He simply nods his head, scratches his beard, wraps it up, and seals it with a wax envelope and puts it into the satchel. Excellent job on the report. Will there be
Uh,
anything else?
yes, sir. One more thing, sir. Uh,
Make
did
it
you
quick.
intend
The
to?
delivery's in an hour.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh, Haste is most important. Um, we must inform the king. I I press you to send myself and Blink to uh, escort the messenger to ensure this message arrives safely and swiftly.
Amply armed messages.
Kind of looks you both up and down. Well, luckily for you, Ralph, you were the messenger, and this one seems quite armed himself. Problem solved. As I said, you're leaving in an hour. He
We
says
will
as he slides the satchel across the table.
we will require a few supplies.
I haven't had a
He just kind of gives
horse.
you a deadpan stare.
I haven't had a horse put on my station just yet, sir. I I would require one for this.
A draft horse is provided for all couriers, yes. It's in the stables. Inform the quartermaster before you go. He will supply you with a saddle and any supplies that you may need for your day-long journey.
Perfect.
I'm sure you can trust me, sir. And with a salute and a very straight stance.
Go.
I'm just like shuffling Blink out the door.
I grabbed the satchel first with the.
Oh, and Miles, before you finish, be sure to obey the previous orders given in regards to these newcomers. Try not to let any more of them die.
You have my word, sir. And like trying to get out there as fast as I can.
Yep, you push Blank out and close the door behind you, and it's done. Your deception was a success for now.
I can't believe I just pulled that off.
I hand you the satchel as we're heading out the door.
While this is happening, Gemini.
I think Gemini thinks for a moment, and then she'll pull out like a bowl that probably has like cookie or plate or something that she uses to eat on, and she's gonna pull out a candle that she has in her inventory, and she's gonna light the candle and start just melting the wax. Her idea is that she's gonna use the wax of the candle and wrap up this tracker that she pulled out of Chomp, and just gonna put it in a wax ball as thick as she can get it with the candle that she has available. And as she's doing this, she's gonna be just talking to Chomp. I don't suppose you have a way to disguise yourself. I don't think we'll be able to get away with just a cloak anymore.
No.
Alright. We'll have to work on keeping you out of sight the best we can. We might have to keep you underground somehow. We'll figure something out.
You see his head just kind of perk up like a meerkat as he looks out in the distance.
What is it?
He dashes off. Not far, maybe
Yeah.
about 10 feet before he jumps up and just kind of drops into the ground. Halfway, his tail's still poking out of the grass.
And she'll just... Alright. And she'll just focus on her candle for now. Let him do whatever he's doing.
And like 30 seconds later, you see him pull himself back out and he walks over to you.
Something.
What did you find?
He drops something from his mouth and you see a mangled mole rat.
Oh, good catch. As I'll start just like skinning it as I wait for the candle to melt, and I'll prep it for however he would need to eat it.
Are you at all curious as how he found something underground that quickly?
Not really. She's a predator.
Okay. She.
I assume
He.
tremor sense.
He got it. He figured it out. He has tremor sense.
Okay.
Meta.
No, I think Gemini also just think he's a big. She knows how lizards are. She's assuming he's a big lizard. But hers is more with like the Underdark lizards. Them doing
He's
random
actually not
shit.
much. He's not much bigger than a large giant lizard. He's only the size of a large man. He's actually smaller than a giant lizard, not including his wingspan.
Yeah, and those are not normal at all here, right? It'd be
No.
incredibly abnormal. All right.
They are you talking about giant lizards?
Yeah, I'm thinking of what the drow ride on in the Underdark.
Yeah. Anywhere in the Underdark that a drow lives, they can find them, but they don't typically come to the surface unless there's a very severe shortage of food.
Yeah. I have to think of something.
You just see him sneeze and a cloud of smoke just kind of happens around you. see him wave his hand, and he's a kobold again.
I'm back to normal. Yippee! Hey, how did I do that?
That's what I would like to know.
Oh man, I like being big.
Well, perhaps you have some sort of control over it. Here,
I can become big at will. Quick,
potentially.
make me sneeze.
What?
Make me sneeze. That's what happened last time.
All right. I'll pick up like a little bit of dust and just do like a pff across the, not in his face, but like up in the air, in front of him.
Do you do this quickly, or are you actually trying to find some fine dust? Because if you're
Find
doing what I
dust.
think,
No, find dust. Like
I have to
trying
throw
to find
some
something like a
dirt in
peppery.
his eye.
No.
Yeah.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. Yeah, you pick up some fine dust and you just kind of blow it into his face. And the cloud of smoke appears, and he's a dragon again.
All right. That is
Oh,
progress.
that's convenient
In a
and
way,
confusing.
we'll have the boys pick up some pepper. That might be very necessary.
Oh, I like peppers.
Oh,
Spicy.
oh yeah, you're not going to after we're done with it.
What?
Never mind.
What do you mean? No, what do you mean?
And I'll wait for them to get back, but I'm gonna try to encapsulate this thing in a little ball of wax.
How do you plan on rolling it into a ball? Right now, it's very hot wax.
Yeah, so if I have a bowl, that would be ideal, and then I'm gonna drop it in the center once it has a little bit of a base on it, and then as the wax is cooling,
You'll mold it like clay.
yeah,
Okay.
so she'll probably burn herself a little bit doing this if she's not careful. Well, I think she'd be fine taking a little bit of damage to do that, and if I have any sort of like,
Tell you what, let's just make it a sleight of hand check. It's a low DC. As long as you pass it, you won't take damage. But if you don't pass it, it's very minor, like 1d4 damage.
I'll take that deal. Can I guidance myself or no?
No, you're using both hands.
Okay. Shit.
I can't. Yeah, I can't see it.
Hold on. It's a 20.
I see a 0.
I present this to you.
I present
Oh,
this
that's
to
an 8.
you. They're rolling a lot of 20s. Is it not 20?
Oh, well, yeah, you managed to not only make a perfect sphere somehow out of
Melted wax.
melted wax, but you also managed to perfectly conceal the strange artifact.
Okay. And she'll hang on to this for a little bit until the guys get back. She has an idea of what to do with it.
What are you going to do with the excess wax? Excess wax. Ugh,
Excess?
too many X's.
She'll
You
hang
don't
on.
exactly have the materials to remold it.
If there's
Kind of.
enough of it, then she'll hang on to it. But if it's just like a little bit of wax, then she'll probably just let it like toss in the woods, let it go.
So about half of it, but I mean, you burned all the twine that was used to melt it.
Yeah. If I still have half a candle of wax, I'll just keep it just for
Sure.
wax.
Yeah, we'll just say you have a glass vial of wax.
Sure.
That's fine. But you two, were you heading straight to Gemini, or are you picking up your materials first?
Materials probably.
Yep.
All right. So you make your way over to the quartermaster as ordained by the Lord Mayor, Supreme Commander of the tiny town of Signal.
30 arrows, please.
You make your way back into
And I'll poke my head in and be like, by order of Sergeant Crawford.
30 arrows, please. After he says that.
see, crap, what was his name? Was it Jeffrey?
Yeah, the
Something.
old guy.
Yeah, you just see this old man sitting at the desk. Same. It looks like he hasn't moved at all since you last showed up. Still working at his little book. He looks up. Just a moment.
Oh, it's
As
flash.
he closes his book, opens it again, and then starts flipping alphabetically to where arrows are.
Well,
Luckily, since it starts with A, it's pretty quick to find. And he scrolls down the list. Stops his finger. Goes to the right. Shelf 3. Crate 4.
We would also be requiring, say, 30, or no, there's just it's a day travel, right?
Mhm.
3 rations, a net. I looked blank. Do you need anything else?
Should we get some rope?
Oh, a uniform in the about a medium-sized humanoid, complete with helmet, hood, cloak, and tunic.
And 3 grappling hooks.
He was halfway standing up to go to the location he was about to grab your arrows. Then he sits back down, takes out a piece of paper, and starts writing down a list.
By order of Sergeant Crawford, of course.
As you said already, this will take but a moment.
In the flash of a moment.
30 minutes go by. And eventually he gathers.
When he gets back, I say, "You forgot the horse and the horse died."
No, that's at the stables, please.
Oh, okay.
He just drops the saddle onto your foot.
Oh, right.
No,
he
he
one of those.
he gets you the whole list of items ready for you and sets it out onto the table for you to collect. Please come again. Or don't. I do not care.
Oh, you're the best, Jeffrey. Yeah, I would want to approach the mess hall, wherever we got food, our cafeteria area, whatever you want to call it.
There is no mess hall. You
then the
all ate
stables.
at the tavern. Everyone eats at the tavern.
Everyone eats at the tavern. Okay,
It's the only reason they're in business, because the guards have to eat.
fair enough.
Everyone else makes their own food.
I would go there. Would I be able to like acquire maybe some butter and some flour and some sugar?
No, you would be able to acquire salted fish.
That's all they got there, salted fish.
It's a fisherman's town.
That's right. All right, I'm just looking for something better for my treats. I guess I'll
What's your
just...
preferred flavor? Cod or salmon?
Yeah, I guess I assume that's probably just in my ration. So I'll just make, fish treats like I've been making.
Okay.
But like it's not really treaty. I was trying to make some shortbreads or something.
How much treats are you trying to make?
It's just my chef skill. I don't have time to do it right now. We need to get going. We need to get on the road.
You can use your rations for the chef skill if you want.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
that's what I figured. And like because we're from the same town, they're probably fish rations. fish based source rations.
All we eat is canned fish.
We had tuna yesterday, salmon today. Yeah, I would go to the stables to acquire my draft horse, with my saddle on my shoulder, ready to go.
You're shouldering a saddle. What's
Yeah.
your strength again?
That's doable.
Pretty good. 14.
If Barbie can do it, Ralph can do it.
Barbie.
You know what? You're right. I'm reasonably certain you could suplex Barbie, so I'll allow it.
No, got up my shoulder, got my whole pack. I would go and grab the rest of my gear from my Foot Locker. I have a lance. I have a light crossbow. I have several other things.
Okay, so I would say at this point, just for reference for future. I just said that backwards, just for future reference. At this point you would most certainly be encumbered, not over encumbered to the point where you can't move, but where you would start taking penalties to movement, AC, saving throws, that kind of thing. So if this were to ever happen in combat, drop shit, please.
Yeah, no, I definitely like I have like all of my stuff that I'm carrying.
Yeah, you're carrying your livelihood on your back right now.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
I
as far as
understand
weight
that.
is concerned, I can have like my carrying capacity is 210 with my strength, but
Mhm.
like my hands are full for sure, which is
Yeah.
why I didn't have these things in the first battle. So yeah, I'd go acquire my horse, and then I look to Blink and say, "I'll meet you at the wagon."
Funnily enough, the wagon is at the stables because that's where wagons and horses go.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get my horse ready and like.
Blink
go
walks
trade.
3 feet to
Yeah,
the wagon.
yeah. Like, I'll see you over on the other side.
You're just saying, "All right, Blink, I'll see you at the wagon." Hands to the left,
I'm already
to the
like
right.
sitting in the wagon, just like look at him.
Hands to the right 5 feet, and you just see Durgan staring at you. What is he talking about? Am I a joke to you? Anyways, yeah, you go ahead and get your new draft horse. Go ahead and add that to your. You already did it.
Oh no, I'm doing it now, excitedly.
Add your draft horse as a companion. So rather fast steed. Though unfortunately, if you wish to stay with the wagon, you will need to slow down because two draft horses pulling a very large wagon is going to be a little bit slower than one draft horse carrying you.
Did they not have horses on the way in?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay.
They have two horses drawing their iron wagon.
Okay, cool. And then it'll be me on the side as
Mhm.
like a little Suedo knight.
You are the head knight.
Yay.
This is my first like nightly mission. I'm like a little excited.
Yeah, you got your first horse, and it looks kind of diseased, but hey, everyone starts somewhere.
But you know, like there's gonna be that moment where Ralph just kind of like looks at the horse in the eye and like rubs through his mane and just like
Do
kind
not
of accepts him as like his good friend.
the the stable master definitely warns you that do not get too close to this one's face. It does bite, and it probably has mange.
Well, I mean that's fine. I wouldn't know this. I would just be like, you know, in my own.
What a beautiful creature! Is
Yeah, I would
is
probably
it
do it
trying to
anyways.
rip your face off? Yeah, you go ahead and get your new horse saddled up. It's healthy enough to at least make it to the city. What now?
We would make our way out of of Signal and find Gemini in some fashion.
We look for
We're gonna-
Gemini where we left her.
So you're gonna
She
go out
would
of
not have
Signal.
wandered off at all.
So you're gonna go out of Signal, grab her, go back through Signal to the city?
No, I guess we should probably find a way to signal her a message without making it conspicuous. Hey, Blink? I'll be whispering this to him.
Making it conspicuous, you say.
Well,
Line up a longbow shot for a mile shot.
Can we send a Morse code like message through the lighthouse?
We could shoot an arrow over to where she's hiding, but we
I'm
need a
afraid that's
message
not how that lighthouse works.
because if we
Message
just
for you,
like
sir.
leave the gate with this big wagon and then just like run over here and grab a dragon and then come back, we're just like, oh, it's cool, like, you know, nobody's just watching us, the only wagon leaving town, like, you know, like,
Is there like a tree in the forest that is very large and tall?
You are on a cliff face. There are no trees.
There are no trees. Do I know the general location of where the wagon and Scratch are?
Scratch.
Chomp.
What
With,
is a
like-
scratch?
Sorry.
yeah, they're like hiding in the bushes, like where are they?
Where
So-
Gemini is.
So this is the layout of where you have been so far since coming to land. There was the ocean, giant cliff. You climbed up this cliff on a trail.
Yeah.
On the way from that trail to Signal is where Gemini is. She's halfway there because that's where Chomp ran. You would need to go back the way you came, take them up, and then go back through the town to make your way to the capital.
Can we get to the boat from where they are?
The boat was destroyed.
Oh,
Durgan
yeah,
blew it up.
was. Blew up. Yeah, we need to send her a message, a signal
Is,
that we're coming.
A little complicated than making this, and they could just walk to you and tell you to go around the town.
Well, he asked me for an idea, so I have to.
No,
Go
I'd
for
like
it.
something
Don't
grandiose.
don't take this the wrong way, dude.
let's make this
I want to
simple.
see
Like,
what crazy shit y'all come up with.
is there a clear shot? Can the archer over here shoot a message on there?
Yeah,
Over?
yeah, on the walloping arrow.
A longbow cannot reach that far, unfortunately.
Okay,
Okay.
someone's got to sneak over.
You would
And
need
I'll-
a war bow and at least 16
Wait.
strength.
Didn't we just get a disguise for her?
Yeah.
We could just go give it to her.
Well, there's the matter of,
Oh yeah.
why
What
don't
if it doesn't
you-
fit?
Why don't you sneak on over to Gemini, tell them to meet us
Hasn't registered yet.
about just out of eye shot from signal, and
Mhm.
we'll get Chomp in the wagon by cover of darkness.
Okay.
I'll buy us some time here, and I'll start like fiddling with my lance, trying to get it into the wagon, but like, just being clumsy. Oh,
Is this like a polearm lance, or is this a mounted lance, like one that you would wield in a tourney?
it's a battle lance.
So this is a polearm lance.
Yeah, it's a big polearm lance. It is a
Okay.
two-handed weapon. You have disadvantage if you're attacking somebody within 5 feet,
All right, I was just wondering.
and if you're not mounted, it requires 2 hands. If you are mounted, it requires 1 hand.
Yeah, all right.
I'm a freaking
So-
knight, man.
Who's going out to grab Gemini? Are you
Blake
both going?
is heading out to grab Gemini and commence the plan that Ralph suggested.
Sweet. Let me just roll something real quick. You make it there unharmed. Yeah, and you see Gemini throwing stuff into Chomp's face, and he just keeps making a lot of noises and clouds of smoke appearing in the distance. But once you come closer, you see that he's actually the small version of himself again.
Oh, it's in my eyes.
We'll try to do that as little as possible, but at least we have.
Oh, that's what he was talking about.
What? Oh,
Nothing. Hey, we're almost ready to go.
You should see Chomp looking at you with swollen, teary-eyed eyes. He's like,
Ah! Who are you again? I can't see very far.
ugh. I'll try to pull up my water skin and try to get the dirt out of his eyes, and I'll. Does he still have his cloak? Or has that been?
yes,
Gone.
polymorph. Polymorph keeps all the gear that he had on.
Okay. We might have a
So-
bit of a solution for him as long as he doesn't sneeze.
We have a solution for you too, and I'm gonna hand out. Was it half plate?
I assume it's just like the general kind of like garments that
Oh,
you
it'd just
put
be
over your
it'd be a
armor.
chain shirt.
Okay.
Okay.
Or perhaps I don't know, whatever the guard garb would be, but I assume to be something. Because what do you wear for armor, Gemini?
I currently have. Excellent question. It's some kind of leather because I have a high dex.
It's
Instead
like
of
a
leather.
hat. And I handed like a half helmet with like one of those like chainmail veils, you know, in the front.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect.
Sure, whatever you want it to be. It,
I assume.
will be identified as guardsman attire, though.
Yeah.
so you're gonna be
they would
tossed in the same
resemble
boat
a
as
guard
Ralph.
like me, right?
Yep. So there's going to be 2 somewhat conspicuous guards and a very, very suspicious-looking individual wearing a dark cloak.
What time is it?
It's our elite agent.
I mean, you can't really tell the exact time of day, seeing as it's just overcast. It's been overcast for the past few days,
Okay.
but you can assume it's past midday at this point.
Okay.
And you definitely have maybe 30 minutes before you need to leave, like Sergeant Crawford said.
I'm gonna tell her that we're supposed to leave at night to meet Ralph,
Oh, all right. Are we just?
as to avoid detection with him.
I see. Are we just wait to hear then until nightfall.
That's what Ralph said, but I need a little history.
Do you?
I don't know if I remember this.
Blink.
I, I don't think you need to nerve yourself like this. I just told you.
I rolled 12. I rolled a 12.
Yeah, you figured it out. You remember that he said you had an hour.
But Sergeant
about 30 minutes
Crawford
ago.
wants us to leave in 30 minutes. So,
Let's not test Sergeant Crawford then. Let me.
I was actually kind of hoping you rolled a 1, so you could have that moment to tell them. You're like, oh, we're leaving in like a week. Don't worry.
Fine. Let me put this on then, and I'll put on the bits of the armor. It makes sense, like the helmet and the cloak and maybe some of the clothing over my leather, if I can get away with that. Or does it? I have to put on the full chain shirt to make the outfit.
Well, the drapery is not part of the armor itself. It's more of a decorum. And since you're so far, not so far out of the city that it's common, that you are far enough into the boonies that it's like, yeah, it's normal for someone to personalize their armor to better suit them.
Okay.
So
I'll do that.
yeah, that's completely fine.
Main thing is I can hide my heritage, so I'll put my outward clothes into my bag and put on the helmet. All right, let's head back. So the journey back to the town, do we pass by the cliff overlooking the ocean? Or is that in the other direction?
You're a kind of like a right angle cliff face. So let me actually look real quick.
yeah, can you draw the map out for us?
Either
The map is out.
at some point, Gemini wants to go do a quick stop by the cliff overlooking the ocean, whether that's here or once we get back to the city. Either way, or the town.
Well, it's not directly in the direction of the town. You would have to go a little bit out of your way, but it wouldn't be more than like a 10-minute detour. But you would be cutting it close. So whatever you plan on doing, it wouldn't need to take a long time.
All right. Also, as I'm gathering my stuff together, I need to do a quick thing. We can do it as we're leaving, or we can do it on our way to town. Is there a preference?
Thought might as well do it on the way to town.
All right.
Does that involve you throwing dirt in my eye?
No.
Okay.
You threw dirt in his eye?
It was in the air. I had to get him to sneeze. We probably should get some pepper.
I wouldn't even do something that mean.
You tried to kill me!
Yes,
I tried to save you.
You shot me!
Yeah, and I've done a lot worse to a lot more people. You're still alive.
That doesn't make any sense!
Friendship displays itself in different ways.
We're friends?
Sure.
Oh boy.
No.
As we're going back to the town, if we're able to get to the cliff overlooking the ocean, Wax is both buoyant and does not dissolve in water. So she's going to go to the cliff face with her little ball of wax with that tracker in it and throw it into the ocean.
Huh.
Shay? You're muted.
Do I get like an idea of what you're getting ready to do?
You
Probably.
just see a ball of wax being thrown into the water.
Also, I'll tell you what a plan is.
You sure you don't want it to go farther?
Well, I'm hoping the current will take it out.
I'm gonna like display an arrow.
Are you
Arrows are not buoyant.
Are you? Will that sink it?
Well, maybe a normal arrow, but not this one. Will probably send it farther on impact with the waves.
You're not about to use an arrow of walloping for this, are you?
Yes.
What the
Yes,
fuck?
I am.
As long as it gets into the sea, then. And I'll hold it out to him. I figured if it's out on the currents, then maybe it'll lead them on a merry little chase for a little bit, at least.
If it buys us some time, I'm gonna like attach it to the end of this arrow.
How? It's a blunt arrow.
Well, it's sharp, right?
No, arrow of wallopings have little ram heads on them. That's why it's an arrow of walloping. That's why I was asking, like, what are you trying to do here?
Well,
I mean, you could like really jam it in there, but there's no guarantee it's gonna stay on there.
yeah,
It's also tied.
I think I will attempt to jam.
Go for it.
What role will that be?
I'll just no, that's a me roll. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. Oh
And-
shit. Yeah, never mind.
I will attempt to.
And I'm attempt to
You
just,
definitely just kind of shove it in there and it sticks onto it somehow.
good enough. I'm gonna just launch it out.
Good,
Do,
goodbye,
do I get
magical ammunition.
my full range?
Yes, you can shoot it up to 600 feet away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. And then probably in the distance hear the reverberance of the wallop arrow of walloping, like making contact with the sea. Probably just launching it even further.
We're throwing fireworks out into the ocean, just listening to the explosion.
You see his ship just in the distance, just slowly starts sinking.
You realize you aimed just a little too far, and then you hear a masthead just creak. Oh. No, no. It doesn't go that far. 600 feet is not as far as you think. It does hit the water, though.
Let's see if that
You
works.
do see it make a rather large, like throwing a firecracker into a river.
We'll see if that works. If not, they're not tracking us.
I should buy us a day or two.
Hopefully. We'll see. The drow parties are still in the area, so I wouldn't count on it. Let's get back to town and get out of here. Maybe we can, if we can't save this town, maybe we can at least warn the city. If they'll listen.
You make your way back to town. God damn it. Unharmed. Nothing happens.
What do you mean,
Again.
God damn it, unharmed? I got no spell slots. Get out of here.
I have an interesting encounter that won't happen.
No, don't work together.
I have one spell slot.
You're a half-caster. You always have one spell slot.
I got 3. This is a cantrip.
That's basically one spell slot.
This is a cantrip. It's unlimited.
Anyways, you make your way back to town. The wagon has been set up by Durgan. The horses have been hitched, and Ralph looks like a squire.
Ouch.
Hey, a squire is the next step to becoming a knight, believe it or
That
not.
hurts.
Squires actually get respect, believe it or not. You're no longer a common foot soldier that stands at the walls all day doing nothing. You are now someone who does something.
I'm doing something. I'm doing it.
You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. Yeah. Do you set out immediately, or is there anything that you wish to do before leaving Signal behind? This will be your last chance.
We're taking the Minotaur with us, right? Or is he staying behind?
Durgan's definitely going with his
Okay.
property, yes.
Okay. I'm just
He is
making
not
sure.
leaving.
I'm
He
just
is not
making
leaving
sure.
a heavily weaponized wagon with you idiots.
Hey, I just want to make sure we don't get somewhere we assume the NPC was with us and they're not.
Besides, he was told to, basically, by you, saying as Jacques he owed him a favor.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
he's unfortunately a man of his word, so. Or a bull man of. You get the idea.
Sure.
Mhm.
I don't think we need anything. I'm good to leave.
No, I'm good.
We set out, leaving the poor little, soon to be annihilated town behind.
They won't listen to us.
But hey, you can rest in solace knowing that you thwarted the immediate danger that followed you, that you brought to this town.
Yeah.
That would not have been there if you had not been there.
Exactly.
No, don't do that. Don't do that guilt thing.
Guilt? Whatever do you mean? I'm simply stating the facts that they are to blame. Is there anything that you would wish to do while on this little day-long trek before I start rolling random encounters?
Yeah, I was just curious. Ralph you said, not Ralph, Chomp, you said he went back to his small size?
Yes, and he explained it to you. Jim and I had brought him back to his normal size by throwing dirt into his face and making him sneeze.
Every time he sneezes, he reverts.
Interesting.
really weird.
So, on the plus side, he has a way to somewhat disguise himself. On the bad side, if he has any allergens, we're going to be having a situation.
Oh, he'll get big again?
Right.
Personalities, that's
It's,
a big word. Hold on.
it's something that makes you sneeze.
Uh-oh.
Very, very well. We should.
Use this
to our
I sneeze a lot.
Oh boy.
That's why I kind of stay out of the big crowded areas.
This is the first time this has happened, right? Where you became like this?
Yeah,
Okay, just making sure.
I was completely caught off guard. I didn't know I could embiggen. Oh, that's a big word. Embiggen.
So,
What were we talking about?
so I'll turn back to Ralph. So to be able to at least keep him somewhat. I mean, we keep him back in the carts because would he in his big form fit in the cart, or would he be?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Would he?
He's only a medium-sized creature whenever he's in his big form.
Okay.
Okay.
So, make
So
sure he
he's about the
stays-
size of a large wolf.
Okay, I'll make sure he stays back there then while we're traveling. Is it covered? A covered wagon or no?
Yeah, it's a completely covered, encased iron wagon.
I'll have him stay in there while we're traveling, just in case he does sneeze, and he's fine. So at least we have something for now.
Yeah, so we should just be on guard when we get to the city. We wouldn't want any mishaps.
Right.
Do you have that Crowley thing I caught earlier? I'm kind of hungry.
What?
The little rat thing I caught earlier. You got that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yes, I do. Okay, hand it over to him. Just kind of drop in the back of the wagon.
Just lunges after it face first.
But we, of course, won't have to worry about that until.
I'm gonna shut the wagon door after he like jumps after it.
Oh, so like locking him in the wagon?
Yeah, it's like so no one can see.
Yeah.
You're
Pretty
banging
sure
against the
you
door.
can see in the dark.
Oh, yeah, but now everything's great.
So what are we going to
Where
do?
did the colors go?
What happens when you get older?
Oh,
You lose color. Starts seeing black and white.
The world just starts to lose all color.
Once we
So
get
every time.
once we get to the city, what is our first course of action? I know we are on the road, but I desperately need to rest. I was pretty tapped after that fight with the kobolds on the way in, and then the arsonist.
Are we on the
Town.
road right now?
Yeah, you've just left the city gates. Also, you don't know what a kobold is.
Oh, the lizard things that attacked us on the way here.
Perhaps you just take some rest on the wagon. I'll scout ahead. It should be a day's ride, at least.
I do believe rest is in order, but once we make ground in the city, I will need to step away to notify some contacts I am in the area.
Like a probation officer.
Like
It's not far
folks
off.
you met earlier, but better terms.
Alright.
Better they know I'm here than to be looking for me.
Are those the people that gave you that badge you wave around?
No. They gave me this ring.
Oh boy.
wait, you're married?
Someone was at some point, I suppose.
That's a very confusing answer.
Well, you lot get some rest. I'll ride ahead to make sure it's clear.
Alright. Are we all traveling in the cart still? Like we're not stopped, right?
No,
I thought
no,
I
you're
was
all-
like steering the cart.
Okay, so if Blake is steering the
Durgan
cart,
would not let you. Durgan would not let you.
Oh yeah,
steer.
Jurgen is steering the cart. Then I'm like on top, just Assassin's Creed crouching with a bow. It's like waiting for something to attack.
Alright, I'm gonna go into the back with Chomp and just try to find a place to settle in for a rest.
Yeah, he'd probably take a nap with you.
Yeah. I have a
So you two are going to engage a short rest
I'm gonna
before you stop, and then take a long rest, or are you just going to start a long rest right now?
I'm gonna try to start a long rest.
Yeah, I'll start a long rest.
I only need 4
Yeah,
hours. So let's see if I
can Durgan manage the wagon for them?
Yeah, he's the only reason it's moving right now.
Okay, cool. He's the one doing it. Okay, cool. So we'll Ralph isn't gonna sleep. He's gonna stay awake while they rest.
Okay. Things just got a lot more interesting on my end.
I am an elf as well. Only 4 hours.
The elves are gonna uber power nap.
Hey,
Did you roll your encounter? God damn it.
So remember that number I wanted to roll.
Yeah.
I didn't roll that, but I rolled something even funnier because now you're asleep. Half of you were asleep.
Yeah.
Well,
We've
not
had-
asleep.
We've had 2
We're in a-
encounters today. Yeah, I was asleep.
We're in a trance. Word sleep is very deceiving.
We're fucked.
Yes. So. Hey, buddy. Hey, Ralph. You're the only one awake right now, and the 2 people who are naturally gifted with perception are not. Why don't you make a perception check?
Oh, I'm blind as a bat.
The visor is a little too far down.
Blind as a human. You know.
We're gonna
fair.
enter town like the opening scene of Skyrim.
Hey, you. You're
Finally awake.
You were caught trying to cross the border, right?
Yep.
Walked right into that Imperial ambush. Same as us. And
That thief over there.
Damn you, Stormcloaks.
17.
Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. They hadn't been looking for you. I could have stolen that horseman halfway to Hammerfell. I'm sorry, I memorized the entire script. You
Oh
have
yeah,
to
that's how I know
forgive
you
me.
play a lot of Skyrim because I was going along with you. Like, yep. Mm-hmm.
I played too much.
You can never play too much Skyrim.
No, I can because now I'm not interested in playing it anymore.
That's
I've
okay.
lost
Well,
it.
New Baldur's
I've
Gate.
lost it. Well, I mean, yeah, but it's not Skyrim.
That's true.
It's better. There's a Skyrim mod for Baldur's Gate, though.
Mm.
Anyways, what was that perception check?
17.
Hey.
17? Okay. Now I actually kind of make a roll to see if they beat that. It wasn't. No. Okay. You probably would have beaten it anyways. So. You are in the zone right now. You are focused. You are looking out for danger because this is your first nightly mission, as you have called it. You're like, whew. Oh, blood's pumping. I'm excited. I'm ready for any. What is that? What? Is that a person? And just as you make that realization, you duck as an arrow flies over your head. Then you hear a small war horn. Oh, wait. I want to see if I have a war horn sound effect. Give me a moment. Why don't you go ahead and roll initiative, though?
Yeah. I would. If we were just.
I gotta ask the elf question since we maintain consciousness in our trance. Do we hear this?
Trances are not conscious.
Mine is.
The hell? What you mean yours is?
I maintain my consciousness in my trance.
Does it specifically say you maintain consciousness in your trance? Because it is
Yes.
stated
Yes.
like stance.
You don't sleep. Magic can't put you to sleep. You can finish a long rest in 4 hours.
Sleep
If you
and
spend time in a trance-like meditation of which you remain conscious.
I will say that it will take you a turn of combat to be prepared.
That's okay.
Okay. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta find some ways to punish you for wasting my time. Is there? Yeah. Here's a combat one. There's got to be. Yes, perfect. Wait, am I sharing voice? Yes, I am. All right, here it comes. You ready? You ready?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
They're coming from the trees, Ralph.
They're in the trees.
There's at least 4 of them, from what you can tell.
Okay.
All of them armed bowmen.
I rolled a 5 on my initiative. After
Oh.
that, the arrow. A little bit slow on the jump.
I don't mean to be that guy, but that's their modifier, so 5. God damn, I'm rolling shit today. Okay.
What time of day is it?
It has been maybe 30 minutes since you left, so probably almost 2.
Still like overcast.
Yeah, it's looks like due to how long of a distance the overcast clouds look like, it's gonna be overcast for at least another day.
Gotcha.
Unless some weird weather shit happens. AKA I roll something very interesting on my dice. I'm just gonna roll a group for them. Alright. Oh, right. Durgan, of course. Jesus. Who is manning Durgan's
Thank you.
sheet? It was you, Blink? Ralph, you're muted.
What's the question?
You will be manning Durgan's character sheet, so go ahead and go to the sidekicks information and scroll to the bottom. It's the very last one. Durgan's right there. You will be using his information, and since he has a 0 modifier, he rolled a.
Oh, I need a minute, guys.
Uh-oh.
You crashing?
Give me a second while I pull up Durgan here.
Oh, yeah, you're all right. Just on the Discord.
Oh, that helps. There they are. Okay.
right.
And just see.
Do not let the picture of a powerful female warrior wearing full plate mail confuse you. It is a large bull man, believe it or not.
Okay.
Who has Goring Rush?
He does have Goring Rush and a
Ooh.
single use of Rage.
Nat 1 on Durgan initiative there.
No, I
Oof.
rolled it for you. I rolled it for you. He rolled a 19. Lucky for you, I rolled it for you.
Yep, much better.
All right, so since he rolled the highest, he will actually be going first. So right now, he is manning the horses. If you want, could attempt to entirely evade this encounter by having him act like a barrier between you and those arrows by pulling your horse behind the giant iron wagon that's covered right now. Arrows would just fly off of this thing. However, that does give them 2 rounds of combat where they can shoot at you. Or have them pull back the reins and engage them, which would obviously end in combat. But, you know, I'll leave that up to you since this is your first solo encounter right now. He walked away, didn't he?
Yeah.
Really, the only reason I gave him that huff is because y'all want to sleep, and I don't want him to die. Action economy is not on his side right now.
Yeah, my character sheet is like an elf, but slightly different.
My God.
Yeah, because yours is yeah, because mine specifically says I don't have consciousness, so yours is definitely
Yeah. Yep.
interesting.
Good genes. Good genes, I guess.
I don't believe that, sir.
I'm thankful for my mother.
Oh,
She should have aborted you.
Should have, but you know, she went to the Feywild.
nice.
She went a little bit further than the Feywild, sir.
She started in the Feywild and just went up from there.
I am very
No.
curious for you to finally do a face reveal on your character.
Is it with you and concealing your faces as characters? That's
It's fun.
a concerning trend.
It's fun.
This is the first time I've done it. Victoria.
Waverly
didn't.
I guess Waverly did do it.
Waverly had a giant fucking golden mask. Yes, he did. And every single other character was a mask for him. So he was just a walking mask.
I enjoyed it. It was great. I don't know. Everyone's got their like thing. That's my thing.
I hate changelings. I don't like changelings as PCs. I like doppelgangers. Those are interesting. Changelings are not interesting. They
She's
just
mad
cast
because I played an
disguise
evil one.
What? No, not that. It's so boring. Changelings just have a free use of the disguise self as much as they want.
I
It's
was
not
forced to play one.
I know.
I wanted to-
Doppelgangers, however, that is what I wish was ported as a PC character because the way they transform is interesting.
Well, it's also
not just
doppelgangers.
myth.
They steal someone's identity, right? Or am I
Yeah,
thinking
they
just
become the
lore?
person.
Yeah.
They become that person. They take their memories.
Can
And it's
also play
incredibly
an
painful to transform into them.
I also played Oobleck PC. That'd be fun.
That'd be a little too overpowered, though.
You have a giant red tether at all times.
Although
I know.
that tether's
But you can have
dead.
you can have
You gotta hide it.
multiple characters attached to one character. Apparently, since one of them can be an iron golem.
They can be. It can be literally anything. Anything that the Oobleck's consumed.
I refuse to believe an Oobleck managed to overpower an iron golem
Was it Elder Oobleck?
that we somehow managed to kill.
Well, you killed part of it.
Yeah, we still managed to kill it.
You did. Allegedly.
There's enough salt getting thrown around to make Chomp sneeze again.
You don't want him to sneeze right now.
No, I don't. No, I don't, because we're both in the back of the cart.
And you're in an enclosed area, and if you light something,
I know. I'll be in a what is this? Was I think the Romans made? It wasn't an Iron Maiden, but it was a bowl that they would. It was an iron bowl that they put
bronze
people in.
bowl?
Yeah, the bronze
Yeah,
bowl.
and it sounded like the bull was screaming or something because of the people inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gross.
interesting way to die.
There's that one. Isn't there one that's like where they slowly like drilled spikes into someone too? Like they were inside some little sort of like metal cocoon.
That's Iron Maiden. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's iron. A really interesting one was the rock plank, where they would slowly put rocks of increasing weight onto a wooden plank over your chest until eventually it just caved in.
Yeah.
Did you see the sadistic saddle that they did too?
No,
It's like the iron wedge that they would sit somebody on, and then they just keep stacking weight on them until it split them in two.
Ooh.
oh, the way
Yeah.
Genghis Khan used to torture and kill people was just putting them on spikes and letting them slide down it.
Dude,
Heinous
in the
first.
old days, they really got bored. They're like, how can I kill more people?
Remember the term
Yes.
drawn and quartered? Yeah, that
Yeah.
comes from being tied to 4 horses and torn into 4 pieces.
It's crazy. Vlad the Impaler did some weird, spooky shit too, didn't he?
No, he just killed people and put their head on spikes.
Well, no, it was more than that though. Like what was it, like 80 miles or something leading up to his castle? Every 5 feet there was a spike with someone else's head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's also
Yeah.
he's where
Like-
Dracula comes from. He's the
He
inspiration.
Yeah.
was very, very convicted to tell people to get the fuck off my lawn.
He was good at
He
it.
gave
too.
them plenty of warning.
Yeah,
It's their own fault at that point.
I'm ready for Thursday.
I'm sure you are.
Thursday's gonna be fun. I'm ready to bring Meech in.
Have you guys talked about his character?
He hasn't talked to me about it. I think he's been working with Ben on it.
Yeah.
I was ready for the
Apparently, it
backstory.
started out as a vampire, and I'm like,
Now
When he
it's
said-
interesting.
when he said he's creating a vampire, and I'm like, what?
Hmm.
I was like, you're not gonna last past session 1. Like,
You're gonna need to be at least generation 6 for this.
See,
I would put
vampire.
him like snooping around your doctor's office and be immediate like conflict.
I would say be vampire
Oh.
that's just wanders into the village of Black Furies. That'd be great. Who are currently on high alert because our leader just died.
I couldn't even do that. That would like I couldn't even. I could introduce a mild werewolf into a vampire campaign, but I don't think I can introduce a vampire into a werewolf campaign. That'd be really stretching it.
It's like putting a large dog into a house full of cats, and then
Yeah.
dropping a cat into a house full of large dogs.
It'd be like putting a steak into a house full of dogs. That's what that would be.
Especially Rose. Like one of the only bullet points I have on her backstory is that her job is she goes and kills vampires. Like that's why she's gone all the time.
Yeah,
Here,
and
a
right now
vampire.
too, with such like party tension that is going on, it's gonna.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
It has been what 12 hours since we've met.
allegedly.
I don't like time travel. It's fucking confusing, man.
Time stops when you're in the Umbra.
I don't like time travel. Time fucking sucks.
That's how the Umbra works.
I don't care. Time
it's how it works. They did a lot of overhaul on the Umbra this edition.
shouldn't exist. Oh, I want to test this nose out real quick. I'm gonna get your opinion on it. What does that sound like?
Sounded like a sick guitar riff at the beginning there.
What?
That was a horse.
Yeah, it was a.
Listen, the Sigataria for the beginning.
Fine, let me try it again.
No, that's galloping.
That's a
That's a
that's a
horse.
horse.
It said wee.
It's a horse neigh!
Oh, it sounded like a sick ass guitar riff.
Oh, the horse.
Really stupid with them.
That's how you spot a city boy right there.
That sounded like a sick ass. What do you mean? I've been playing Red Dead RP. I ride a horse.
That sounded like something heavy being shot out of a catapult or like.
Yeah,
hitting
a
the ground.
trebuchet.
Trebuchet.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm like, oh,
The
that's
rocks collapsing.
nice. What else we got?
What side are you using?
You back?
Tabletop audio.
Okay, thanks, guys.
I love it.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. We were just testing out soundboard effects.
They were talking about how funny it would be if you showed up as a vamp to the werewolf campaign.
Nice. Okay, so we are initiative. We rolled poorly. Where's Durgan at?
Durgan is rolled a 19. And I offered you a way out, seeing as you are alone right now, not including Durgan. And you're definitely outnumbered. A way that you could avoid this is by placing yourself to the side of the wagon, which is made of iron. As I mentioned before, arrows would just ting, tonk, bounce right off of it. It would not be a threat to you. They would get 2 rounds of combat where they could shoot at you, though. And if one of them gets a lucky shot, you get hit. But you will avoid the encounter, since they obviously wouldn't be able to keep up with a bunch of running horses. Or you could stop the wagon and engage them.
Well, I mean, it's Durgan's turn. Durgan would immediately start slamming on the wagon door to wake up
Makes sense.
Blink and Gemini. And well, I assume their hands would be tied up with the reins, so he would just stay true. His turn would just be used to wake them up.
Okay. Makes sense. You two are roused from your trance as you hear some loud bangs on the roof. You wanted to actually, I voice him. Ambush!
Sit up, look over. Do we roll initiative, or do you tell us when we're in?
Once the first round of combat's over, you will roll initiative. That is his turn. And next up, it is, I believe, the attackers, since they rolled like a 2 but had a +5. Yep. All right. How many dice am I going to need for this? Okay, that doesn't need it. Ooh. Half cover gives you 5 to AC, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No,
Actually, no, it's 2.
2.
3/4 is 5.
3/4 is 5, right? So, what's your AC, Ralph?
18.
Yeah, that is. You are grazed by an arrow. I need you to make a con save.
Oh. +6.
You take 1 piercing damage, by the way.
Thank you. Piercing, 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing happens. You just hear ting, 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 ting. One of them does manage to like ricochet off the top of it and scratch you across the face, but nothing else happens.
Okay, my turn.
This is when you could position yourself behind the wagon. That would give you full cover.
I think yeah, that would probably be the wisest decision. I'll ride my horse to the safe side of the wagon, and kind of yell out to my party members. Looks like the rest's over.
So it's 30 minutes after you start.
Now, I guess, yeah, that'll be my turn. I don't think there's anything I can do.
You can take a dodge action just to be safe.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you're right. Thank you, dodge action.
You don't have the mounted combatant feat, do you?
No.
Okay, so your horse won't be taking that action, just you.
Okay.
All right. Top of the initiative, go ahead and roll you two's initiative. This will take effect next round of combat, which will be the last round if this works. You're muted.
I rolled a 16.
7.
Go ahead and put that. Go ahead and put that into the. Oh wait, you said 7. What's your dexterity?
I rolled a 3 plus 4, 7.
All right, you have 1 less dexterity, so you will be 6.
Okay.
Wait, Ralph is 6. Ralph, you are now 5 because she definitely has higher dexterity than you.
Dex build.
All right, nothing.
We're in Theater of the Mind, right? We don't have a map.
No, this is basically a chase scene.
Yeah.
There'd be no way I could
Yeah.
make
A-okay.
that up. No. Ooh,
Stop. No.
what's Durgan's AC? Should be 18, right?
Yes.
He unfortunately is not benefiting from any cover since he is at the front, and that definitely hits. I need you to make a con save for him. Oh, wait.
One moment.
What? Go ahead.
Would I be within 5 feet of Durgan?
No.
Oh, okay.
Were you about to use the protection thing?
Yeah,
Do you have a shield on right now?
I do.
Are you on a horse
I am.
trying to protect somebody on a wagon?
Yeah, yeah.
I
The more
love the
questions
idea. I love the idea that you were trying to go for. Hell, if you really want to go into it, I would even let you make an athletics check to try to jump up onto the wagon to
Not
intercept it.
jumping off my horse 30 minutes out of signal.
That's your choice. His AC is 18, correct?
Yeah.
He takes 1 piercing damage and he needs to make a con save.
He can take a shot. Let's see what he's got.
Oh, he could take a shot, but he needs to make that save.
Saving throw, con +4. Come on, cat die. Ooh, 6.
You hear Durgan just kind of like he pulls these aren't even arrows. This is like a more like akin to a large dart. He just pulls it out of his neck and tosses it to the side. Nothing seems to happen at the moment though. It's his turn.
Is Durgan's turn?
Their initiative starts next round.
Okay. Can we dash with the horses?
Yes, he can force them to use half of their movement speed immediately.
Yeah, I guess we would just try. He would attempt to dash to get out of there.
Sure. He cracks the whips on the horses and they begin to pick up speed. You will need to do the same if you wish to maintain cover.
Yeah.
So this would be you dashing as
Sure.
your
Yep.
action.
Yep.
All right. That restarts the turn order on initiative. Did anybody roll above the attackers? They had a 19? No? All right, so they will be taking their last volley. For Durgan. Another piercing damage, point of piercing damage. I need you to make a constitution save at disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Ooh, double 15s. I will take a 19.
He passes both of them. They were like shit. They only got 3 shots off. Yeah. They missed their last volley, and it is now Blink's turn, I think.
I want to take 2 shots.
You got to get out of the wagon first.
I can't shoot from the moving wagon.
It's a closed, covered wagon. Like this is an iron carriage. You'd have to.
Does it have a back door?
It does, but it also has a roof top that you can like pull the hatch open, which would normally be where the turret goes.
Yeah, well, I'm a turret,
wanna-
so I'm gonna pull the hatch open and climb out.
There's a sentence.
You open the hatch and climb over the ballista and just kind of motion yourself up into a shot.
First shot.
You have no idea where they are.
Does a 16 hit? Well, I have dark vision. Up to 90 feet.
Yeah, fuck it. It's almost over. What was the to hit?
16.
Doesn't hit.
All right, second shot. 15, miss. They're all dead. It's what I'm gonna
Yeah, but you let him know.
say.
You'll never shoot back.
That's what I'm gonna say.
You
No,
think you
they're-
at least hit a tree?
just like duck in.
Good job, Turret.
Oh, ignore that roll. I accidentally hit enter.
Next up is Gemini.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I was be closer to Durgan, so Gemini is going to climb up and kind of poke her head out of where he is. Can I see any of the attackers?
Not clearly. You know their general location, but they are pretty obscured right now.
Okay. I'm in. Are they within 60 feet?
They are not.
They're not. Okay, I can't do anything.
You've gone far enough away to where it's starting to get hard to shoot them with arrows.
Okay. In that case, I will just put a hand on Durgan's shoulder, and I'm gonna cast guidance. Just to give him an extra D4 to an ability check of his choice.
Ability check?
Yeah.
Okay.
So not saving throws, just ability checks, in case he needs to make some kind of animal handling. That's all I can do at the moment, and I'll duck back down to
Sure.
not keep my head out. That'll be my turn.
Alright. Combat's over. You have managed to avoid the attackers. You can assume this because arrows are no longer flying at your direction. Or those darts, I mean.
Did I see Durgan pull the dart out of his neck?
I'll say that's about the time you came up, yeah.
Do I see
He
where the dart
flicked
went?
it behind him.
Okay, can I?
Yeah, he flicked it behind him, so you probably could have grabbed it if
Can I
you wanted to.
Can I examine it?
Sure.
All right, I have a feeling there's gonna be a poison on this. Can I try to see if it is coated in some sort of toxin, and if potentially I can ID?
No,
if
you don't
it's-
need to.
Okay.
You immediately recognize it.
Shit.
Especially and the something about the smell and the specific shape of the dart. It's definitely reminiscent of something you're very familiar with. Almost
Shit.
familial.
Shit. I'm going to.
Would you like to know the effects of this poison?
I would if I can.
He needs a doctor now.
Ralph, riding next to the wagon.
Tell me, do you know what liquefaction is?
Mm-mm. And he'll just kind of
His
fall out.
Okay.
organs are going to melt.
Is everybody okay on the wagon?
I'll immediately pull myself up, and Gemini had taken off her helmet for the sleeping. So you see a drow woman pull herself out from inside the cart, and she just looks over. We need to get help for Durgan.
Wait a minute. I'm fine.
Shit. I'll.
It does not take a doctor to realize that blood coming out of his ears is not a good thing.
Yeah. I'll call up. Blink, I need you to take the cart. I'm gonna try to get Durgan not in the driver's seat. I don't know if we can stop, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get him backwards into the cart.
Are we still being chased?
Chased, you aren't sure, but you're not being shot at. So
Okay.
the Durgan's not putting up much resistance right now because he's somehow just like he's stubborn, but he's now aware like, oh, that red stuff's not supposed to be coming out of my ears. I think I'm gonna do what the doc says.
I don't have an herbalism kit. Or proficiency in one for some reason. Would I have any idea of how to treat this?
Magic
Which I don't.
or the antidote, which would typically be carried by the person who applied it.
Yep. I'll see that, and like Gemini just starts running through all the options, and it's just like,
Oh my god, is he okay?
No, he's not. I'll come back up to the front of the cart. Durga's about to be in a lot of trouble if we can't get the antidote off of one of those snipers.
I'll kill them.
I just need one. This thing is dangerous. They would have, unless they're incredibly stupid, they would keep the antidote on it in case they accidentally got it on themselves.
Are we in combat right now?
You are not.
Okay. I'm going to hand
Have you
Gemini.
stopped the wagon?
I'm gonna hand Gemini the reins.
Oh, you're still going.
Yeah, we're still going.
Okay.
If I don't come back, get him help in the city.
Come back.
I'm gonna astral step off of the cart into the path and just kind of wait for them to ride up on me.
Oh, I thought you meant you teleported in front of the wagon, waited for it to run over you. I'm like, what are
No,
you talking
no, like
about?
I just like teleport off the cart as it keeps going forward. I'm just gonna ready an arrow.
Just standing in the road,
Yeah,
completely uncovered.
readying a walloping arrow, I should say.
Okay, Gemini, you have the reins. Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to keep going?
I'm gonna keep going for a bit until I can. I'm kind of looking also to Ralph for some insight, but trying to find a place to keep going unless I can find a place that I think that we can safely pull over and hide. But I think that them catching up to us is not good at the moment, so I'm gonna keep going forward.
It's not reasonable to assume that you'll be able to make it all the way to the city before nightfall. That's not going to happen.
No
You
way.
will likely need to find a place to stop anyways. So why don't you go ahead and make a survival check to see if you can find a good place to stop nearby.
That's not a disadvantage.
Someplace wide and open.
Ooh, that's good. That's 17 on the die plus 6, so 23.
Yeah, you absolutely find what looks to be a regularly frequented location where wagon trains would actually pull in and around in this little flattened area, just literally maybe 10 feet away from the road.
Okay, I will immediately point that out to Ralph and pull the cart into that area. And as soon as we come to a stop, I'm gonna jump out of the car and start looking into the immediate woods to see if there's any sort of plant that might be able to help to slow this down. Anything.
Nature check for you.
Could this be survival?
Well, no,
As,
you're
everything-
identifying specific plants.
Fuck.
as everything's kind of catching up in a whirlwind, I'll be pacing around the wagon to Gemini. Where's Blink? Where'd they go? What's happening?
9.
Even poof.
There are a few common mushrooms and some laxative-inducing plants, but
Nothing that helps.
nothing that's gonna stop his organs from rapidly decaying.
Durgan has been poisoned. He's gonna start dying really soon. Blink is getting the antidote. Those
He
snipers.
just kind of coughs up some blood.
If I have a few seconds to set something up too, I would.
So what?
The plan.
Hearing this kind of like an alarm, and they just decided to run off into the night by themselves.
That's actually fairly common. Damn it, there's nothing here.
And kind of now a little angry. Ooh, so that's bullshit. I'm riding to come to the Blink's aid and look to Gemini for any disagreement.
I'm coming with you. And I'll run to the cart real quick and I'll tell Chomp. Chomp, stay here with Durgan. Stay out of sight. Stay out of sight.
Where are you going?
We're gonna get help for Durgan. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave with anyone. Stay hidden, alright?
I'm in a giant iron wagon. How am I supposed to hide that?
Don't be seen. And I'll go back over to Ralph.
What? Not that. Blueberries.
Um, you ride on the horse with me?
Yeah, if I'll
Okay.
hold a hand up if I can write bitch on the back.
This poor horse is
Yep,
gonna
this-
be not making it to the city.
Don't do
This
this to a horse, guys. Don't ride double
This
on a horse.
horse is angry right now.
Uh,
He's so fuming. He'll probably join you in combat and then turn on you.
That's fair.
If we remember earlier when I said I had one singular spell slot left,
Are you gonna cast Snare?
I'm gonna throw a rope across the trail in front of me, and I'm gonna cast snare.
Very
And I'm gonna-
visible rope.
It's all right. I'm gonna stand right in the middle of the path, about 20 feet back. So I'm hoping they're not looking for anything on the ground rather than looking at me. And I have an arrow of wilding ready.
Are you trying to conceal this in any way?
I mean, I would conceal it to the best of my ability, but I mean, it'd be a rush job.
Make a stealth check at disadvantage.
Stealth check with disadvantage, okay. It's a 10.
I'm not even gonna roll that. You know what? I'm not even gonna roll it. All right, so yeah, after maybe about 30 seconds of you standing there with your arrow knocked and ready to shoot at someone, are you going to shoot the first thing that moves, or are you going to wait until they come out into the road? If they do,
I'm gonna shoot the horse, the one in the middle.
there's no horses. They were shooting for the trees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the first one I see then.
That's why I was so confused while you're throwing a rope out onto the road. I'm like,
I thought they were riding horses, but it's fine. I can still make this work.
Guess they gotta make some checks. Like. Billy, you dumb motherfucker! We should have left you back in the cave. All right. 30 seconds go by, pure silence. Then you hear a branch snap, and then
One gets snared.
no, they fell out of a tree.
Oh. Do I see
He
him?
rolled a natural 1 on his stealth. Yes, you definitely see the whatever that thing is just fall out of a tree, probably breaking something, because that was at least a 20-foot drop.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to him. Boot on the neck. I'm just waiting for more.
What's your passive perception, sir?
15.
What's your AC, sir?
16.
Okay, you get hit twice. You take 2 piercing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage. I also need you to roll initiative because
That is
combat
a
has just been
10.
engaged.
It's now back on.
And that is an 18.
For initiative?
Yeah.
All right. So you are stuck with a needle, and you can tell where they're coming from because they are dropping out of the trees with swords drawn.
Okay.
This is your chance to do something.
So the first one that drops, I'm gonna take a shot at with my walloping arrow.
I will say the first one that dropped was stupid enough to drop more than 5 feet away from you. The others are not that stupid, so you can take a shot at him, yes.
Does a 24 hit?
It's a 24 hits.
Okay. So it's walloping
I
arrow.
I will let you know if something will not get hit. Trust me.
You gotta see how much walloping arrows do. Apologize.
They don't do extra damage, they just knock a target prone.
Yeah, it needs a strength saving throw.
It's probably Actually, he definitely didn't pass that. It's a -1 in strength.
And that's
So
12
he does not
damage.
come. He dies. He didn't. He's dead.
And then the other one that was dropping down, do I see him?
You shoot him with the walloping arrow, and it punches a golf ball sized hole through his chest, and he just dies.
Yeah.
The other two land about 5 feet away from you, both with 2 scimitars drawn.
Well, it'd be a shame not to take my second attack.
All right. This isn't Baldur's Gate though, so you can't switch to a melee weapon.
That's a 10. Is a 10 hit?
No, a 10 does not hit.
Yep. And I'm gonna say, you fucking idiots. Now she's gonna get away.
Does a 23 hit?
Yeah, it's
Whatever you just tried to do there is made them freeze for a moment and look at each other, but then they immediately realize, oh wait, it was just the 4 of us. Definitely didn't have a 5th one. And one of them stabs you with a sword. You take 5 piercing damage. Or slashing damage, I apologize. And that hits again. You take another 5 slashing damage. As he just starts slicing you up with his scimitars. The second one goes around you, flanking you. Crits. 9 slashing damage. Hits. 6 slashing damage.
I'm dead. Full dead.
You are full dead.
Full dead.
Like that did more than double your HP and damage. One of those attacks did more than double your HP?
Yeah, he crit.
The crit did more than double your HP.
The crit downed me, then the last attack finished me.
Oh.
Full dead.
Shit. All right.
Wait, the crit downed you, and then the he did 1 melee attack after?
Yeah, they did 1 melee attack after, and I'm also poisoned, so.
Well, you had 2 death saves.
Yeah, no, that just brings you down 2 fails. You still have
death
You
still have death saves.
You have 2 if you were not unconscious by the crit and then hit with another melee weapon right after that, you'd be at 2 death saves.
Mm-hmm.
2 failed. So I'm gonna put a pin in this combat. Just gonna put a pin in that.
Fuck.
Ralph, buddy, pal, friend. Hey.
Well, there's this thing called meta, and well, because of that, Ralph will gallantly go riding back down the path. And
I mean, it only makes sense. You're trying to go help your friend. You decided to stay behind for some reason, like an idiot.
With second thoughts, with reservations for sure. I would in this ride ask Gemini how the hell are we going to even find Blink? And I can't see anything out here.
What time of day is it?
Give me your best what's it called? Wilhelm scream. Blink. No.
My throat is dead, I can't.
You hear what you can only assume to be Blink scream, maybe about 100 feet out.
That can't be good. Fuck,
Nah,
what do
he
we
screams
do?
like that for fun.
Shit. Fuck, I'm exhausted. I just need 1 antidote. I'm hoping he didn't take them all head on, but just picked 1 off. I don't know what his plan was, though.
We'd be daft to just go running head first.
About that, you're already there. You definitely see the 2 people towering over the slumped over remains of Link, who currently has a sword in his back.
We've found them. Okay.
Yeah, I said that it was 100 feet out. It did not take you long.
Help me here. Is it nighttime or is it like dusk?
It is daytime. It's just
It's
overcast.
daytime. It's overcast. Okay,
Yeah, it's like
excuse me.
2 in the afternoon,
It's
right?
like 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, Excuse me. Okay, so we could probably ascertain this very easily. Okay. Um, well, maybe like rewind things a little bit.
Sure.
Gemini, what do we do?
They've already dropped their bows and are about to engage you now, seeing as you have just dropped onto the scene.
There's only 2 of them, or can we see that there's more?
You see 2 dead ones and then 2 not dead ones, and you see Blink on the ground with a sword in his back. Take that as you will.
Are they in the woods? Are they in a clearing? Are they, what's...
They're about to be on the road. They're running towards you.
Oh, okay, very nice. Well, I guess, I mean, the pressing matter and no answer, Ralph will do what any soldier would do and just grip his lance and keep riding true.
I'll
Oh,
as
you're
he's-
gonna lance one of them?
Yeah, I'm just gonna grip it tight and just full ride right past him. Joust style.
Shit. Yeah, the horse is in an agreeable mood right now. Go for it. Make an attack roll.
All right.
Gemini, what are you doing?
as he starts to ride forward, I'll just tell him, they're shooting a type of poison. Do not get shot by them. And I'm keeping an eye out. I see these 2 in front of us, and then I'm keeping a lookout for the trees for any more.
Right.
Are these all males?
Yes.
Are these drow?
Can't tell they're covered.
Okay, I'm assuming they
You
are.
can only assume.
I assume.
You can only assume.
Okay, I'm keeping an eye out for a female. That's what I'm worried about.
It's an 8.
An 8?
Yes.
Aimed a little too far above. You're not used to jousting with someone that's shorter than the horse, but
I also have somebody on the back of my horse here.
Yeah.
also this horse is very not agreeable with you, so
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
chalk it up to that.
This is all
Definitely
new
not your
for
fault. It's the horse's fault.
This is
Definitely.
all new for Ralph. This is all new territory. I'm going to, as I pass by, I'm going to bonus action quick toss, and I'm going to throw my net from onto the other guy that I wasn't lancing.
Sure. You have a free hand. Go ahead and do that.
He's gonna ride by and net him. He's gonna be like, ah!
Hey,
Love
it works.
I fucking love it.
If it works, it works. Roll the hit. That will be using your dex
I did
mod.
this one on the computer. 15.
The 15 does not hit, unfortunately.
Rats. Okay.
He ducks and weaves around the net.
Not it's not great, but
I will say, since that was the opening round of combat, before initiative was rolled, that would be your surprise round. So go ahead and roll initiative.
oh sure, nice.
I'm gonna use the same thing I rolled for them. They rolled a 5, so
Okay.
I mean a 6. They rolled a
I'm
natural.
gonna have a 13 here.
They're going last. Don't worry about it.
11.
Okay. Nice.
All right, Gemini, you go first. Wait, Ralph, what'd you
Ralph's
say you
first.
rolled?
Yeah, 13.
13? 13? All right. I thought you said 3 for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume I would need to make a full pass and kind of get myself some space, and would I be able to turn the horse about and take another pass with my lance in one turn here?
You don't need a charge. You can just stab them.
Okay.
As long as you're on a horse, technically. So, I'll allow it.
I would assume like I'm going at full speed though, so like I wouldn't be like I was like running.
Yeah, you use your full movements as part of a dashing maneuver, but now that you've slowed down, you can do as you wish.
Okay.
If you want to make another passing charge, you can.
No, that's
Hell,
fine.
I'll even
That's-
say,
that's-
I'll even
sounds
say
better
if
this
you,
no, it's
I
fine
really
this way.
wish
It's
you
better
had the
this way.
charger feet.
No, yeah, I
'cause
don't
then
have these. I don't have
really
these things
cool.
yet. So, and
You
also,
could dash and then make an attack as part of the same action.
there's opportunity tax that would be involved here. So, that's gonna be a 12 to hit, which I don't think does it.
It's not.
Okay, and let's see.
Quick toss and pocket sand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I don't have any more gimmicks off the horse that would be feasible. I can action surge though, so I will do that. Come on, cat die. Give me a good one.
Come on, cat die.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
All right. D12
Roll that
plus 2.
D12.
Yeah, big fat one. Come
Don't
on,
be a
cat
1.
die. Nice. 9 plus 2 is 11.
You skewer 1,
Nice.
dragging him across the ground for a few seconds before he slides off the tip of your lance.
Beautiful.
However, there was another one, and you just ran past him, provoking an attack of opportunity. What's your horse's AC?
Oh, I have no idea. Let me look.
Do you have armor on it?
No.
He does not. It is a draft horse.
I think
No
it's
war horse.
15. I think that's default horse AC. Maybe
Pretty
wrong,
sure
I'm
it's
not
like
sure.
12.
Oh, is it that low?
Yeah, they're
Oh, I'm thinking
horses.
warhorse, aren't I?
Yeah.
5B.
War horses come with armor. It should just be. Have you added it to your character sheet?
No. It's 10.
Oh, yeah. How much HP does it have?
It has 19 if we're going by what is like base, or we can roll 3d10 plus 3.
I'm just going to use standard right now. I don't expect this horse to live much longer.
19?
He cuts at the horse. Make an animal handling check.
Oh. Come on, cat
At
die for the animal
disadvantage.
handling. Animal handling checks. Oh, 2 plus 1. So I'll take the
Make a deck save.
yeah,
Bo-
3.
both of us?
Okay.
Both of
Yeah,
you.
we're getting kicked. Let me make the save first, I guess, right? Oh.
hmm
Dex save is gonna be a 5.
19.
Sadly.
Are you sitting behind him?
I
Oh,
am, so
Oh,
I think so to try if I
I-
land on
I-
my feet or not. Not if I'm staying on the horse.
yeah, you're not staying on the horse, but with that 19, you definitely land on your feet. But you are pushed off by Ralph as he is tossed like at least 10 feet back. But fortunately, he doesn't take fall damage. But both of you are bucked off the horse. You are prone, Ralph.
Heard.
It is now the assassin's turn. He runs
I
up to
think
the
I was-
prone Ralph.
I think I was skipped.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, you were. Go
How far are we from Blink?
30 feet.
We're 30
Oh,
feet.
oh, he's like 70 feet. He's like a bit in the woods.
Fuck. Okay, I can't get to him. I'm going to run over to where Ralph is, and I'm going to use my action, take the help action, do a Boulder's Gate, and get him up on his feet. With my 30.
Gain 1 HP.
It is an action to pull someone up to their feet, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll use my
Help
action.
action.
Yep, I will use my action to do a help action.
Sure. Ralph, you are on your feet.
I do not want him
A
prone right now.
surprisingly strong woman for her size just kind of pulls you up.
That's my full movement, 30 feet to get to him.
It was 10 feet.
Oh, it's 10 feet. Okay, then I will use my remaining 20 feet to start moving towards Blink. So I'm now 50 minus 30, 40 feet away.
You are running towards the assassin. Would you wish to try to evade him, or are you running through him?
I have to pass the assassin. Like,
If you want to get to the most direct way to Blink, yes. You won't make it all the way to the assassin, but
Ashley,
if you end your turn, he will run towards you.
fuck. Actually, no. I'm gonna stay in line with Ralph. If I drop right now, like, there's. Nope. I'm gonna stay in line with Ralph. I can't get to Blink.
Okay. Ralph is still the target for this guy since he's the one who just skewered somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You were just a little
I
girl
imagine
who was
Gemini could take cover behind me and my shield,
Yeah,
and my armor.
that's what she's gonna do.
Sure, you'd have half cover if that meant anything right now. It doesn't. What's your AC,
Just
Ralph?
shooting me. 18.
This is the one that has one scimitar. Assumedly, his other one is currently impaling your friend. You take 6 slashing damage
Okay.
as he finds that one little chink in your armor just at the waist and just kind of cuts through it. That's his turn.
Okay.
Should be your
To
turn
me?
now.
All right. I would have let's see, dropped my javelin in this
Lance?
ordeal. Yeah. Oh, sorry, lance in this deal. And I will pull my spear out from I kind of wear, I haven't described this to anybody, but in my regalia, I would often have a quiver, like a larger quiver that holds several javelins and my
Mhm.
spear, that I kind of wear as like on my backpack. And then if you've ever seen maybe the movie, what was it, Troy, where how they have the spear locked behind their shield,
Mhm.
he
Yeah,
quite frequently does that as well with his shield to free his hand.
conventional
Um,
tactics. That's good.
yeah, so I'll pull my spear out and kind of get into a defensive position and go for a jab.
Taking a
Old
hoplite stance.
old jabberoo, yeah, very much like a hoplite. Um,
Go ahead and make your attack roll. He's within 5 feet.
let's see. Hold on, just want to see. I have some stuff here. Yeah, I'm gonna use my precise strike here to have advantage on this attack.
So long.
If the attack hits, I get a D8 on it. This is my Knight of Solmania, my squire, I should say,
Squire.
because
You are not a knight.
I am a squire.
I told you you were a squire. That was not a lie.
Oh yes, there's an 18 plus 4 for 22. Crit fish, miss, so it's just 22 to hit.
Yeah.
And
You're
that's
gonna roll
gonna
that
be
damage.
a D6 plus 2, so 5 plus 2 is 7, plus a D8, plus another 5 is 12 piercing.
You shove your spear straight through his agape mouth.
Nice, and I'm kind of like just jump forward, like with the spear leading, and kind of pin him to the ground and like kneel beside him.
Yeah,
And stand up and
he's mega dead. You have severed not only his jaw but his spine through the back of his neck.
let's see. So there's no adversaries in the immediate area now.
Combat is concluded.
Combat is concluded.
Want me to roll a death save?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah, I'll
running
yell
to Blink.
to Gemini to find Blink, and
Actually, Blink.
I'll try to track down my horse.
You check on your horse, Gemini. I will allow you one roll of a medicine check to attempt to stabilize him for the time being.
I'm gonna hit him with if I can get within range to a touch. I'm gonna hit him with the spare the dying.
Spare the dying.
I
Oh
rolled
yeah,
I rolled a 2 on my death save.
Oh no.
well, that's why she's rolling her spare the dying on you. So
Do I get
And
to him before he
Gemini-
rolls that last save?
yeah, I said you would have time to reach him before he coughs out the last of his blood. But yeah, you
last
cast that
breaths.
spell and you stop choking on your blood and you regain. Does it say that it puts in the 1 HP or just stabilizes them?
Stabilize.
He is unconscious, but you also see blood starting to come out of his ears.
I DM the DM.
She just.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Alright. I think as part of this, she needs to know if he is breathing. So she actually, her first thing she's gonna do is there's 2 dead assassins right next to him, right?
Yes.
She's checking the one closest for a vial of antidote.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
Motherfucker. Natural 1. I don't have inspiration.
You do find one, but in your desperation to apply it, you immediately pour it out.
Yeah, drop it.
Yep.
Okay,
And it just leaks onto the ground.
she'll take.
Unfortunately, there's 3 more corpses.
Yeah, she takes a deep breath to kind of like steady her hands, and then she'll go to the next one.
I will say, since you already found where the first one was, and it seemed to be pretty uniform with the rest of them, you'll be able to easily find the rest of them.
I'll repeat the search again.
Yeah, you go over to one of them, grab it. How do you apply it?
So. Sorry. He just finished his honor run.
Yes, gold dice.
It was down to everyone was dead. He threw the last guiding bolt, killed it.
Congrats. That gets me excited.
Good job, Love. Okay, so he finished his game. Blink didn't die. It's a good night. I will immediately grab the vial of antidote, and I'm gonna run over and kneel down next to him, and I'm gonna pull down his mask and attempt to have him drink the potion. So look upon his face for the first time.
Blinky poo.
What do I see?
Go ahead.
I love that Ralph's not here too. Meta.
You see a high elf.
See a high elf? Okay.
I DM'd you.
Okay.
Different though.
Okay.
Let's say there's no way you just said that again to me at my face.
He's got. He looks roughed up. He's got a few scars.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
his eyes are leaking some black ink right now. Whatever this poison's doing to him. Convulsing.
You're crying blood.
Okay. I'll administer the antidote, and I'll kind of wait to see if it takes effect when I know how long it's supposed to take.
It's definitely gonna knock them out. That's the whole point of it. It's supposed to engage the healing process immediately.
Okay.
But in order to do that, you got to be unconscious. So, fortunately, he's already there.
Yeah. So once that happens, I'll kind of be like, all right, and then I'll recover his mask, and then kind of look around for. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave him. Find another vial for Durgan. I shall find both if I can. So I have 2 of these vials.
Yeah, you know where the rest of them are.
Okay, I'll get 2 of these antidotes, and then I'll try to move Blink, but I don't think I will be able to, so I'll probably be waiting for Ralph to come back.
Ralphie boy, your horse.
Where'd that horse go?
He's fucking pissed. He's bucking. You sure you want to engage this opportunity?
This is one of the stepping stones to becoming a knight.
You're about to get your shit kicked in. You ever been kicked by a horse? It's not fun.
Gabbo, I lied. This is what you see. I like this art better.
Okay.
Someone
Wow.
still might die tonight. This.
So please don't
yeah,
die
so
from the horse.
I will try and I'll be running around for my horse.
And you're a high elf?
Clicking.
That's what he told you he was.
Alright.
Is my horse easy to find?
Yeah, no, your horse is like right in front of you, but he's angry, like he's bucking.
Animal handling?
You need to, yes, animal handling at disadvantage because he is agitated.
A 10 plus 2 is 12. A 6 because of disadvantage.
He is not liking you being in front of him right now.
I said, whoa, and doesn't work. I will reach into my pouch slowly with my hand up, and I'll grab like maybe some tack or a biscuit from my rations.
It's about to say, if you say you pull out one of those fish treats, I was gonna punch you in the nose. You have to feed a horse a fish treat.
No. I'll try to like some hard tack or
I would say that cancels the disadvantage, but you would need to make another animal handling check.
And I'm just kind of like holding the treat. Like, whoa.
Blink, I DM'd you.
The cat crit. 22. I'm gonna
All I needed was food. All I needed to see was the food, and it immediately stops. It walks over to you and it starts eating.
And I'll pet its the maw, and as slowly as it's more comfortable, I'll move back to its mane, and then when it's comfortable enough, saddle back up. And just while we're on the topic, I did notice that because I'm a squire, it's like -5 movement to mount up. Or something. I have something like that. Here we go. Oh, it only cost me 5 feet of movement to mount and dismount. But getting kicked off is entirely different.
No, yeah, you're fine.
So yeah, now with my horseback, who needs a name at this point, I'm going to ride back to Gemini and Blink, where I saw her run off into the woods. Are there any more?
Doesn't take you long. Not from
Are
what
there
you
any
can
more?
tell.
Are there? I'll ask this to Gemini. Are there any more?
Oh,
Of
I'm
the
sorry.
Gemini?
I'll, as he says, I'll kind of glance around. Do I sense that there's any more or see there's any more? What is that?
Nothing
Is that
but
a cat? Nice.
nothing but the natural sounds of the woods.
No, I think that was all of them. We need to get back to Durgan quickly. Can you give me a hand?
Tell you what, you said you were searching these bodies. Did you ever bother to look at their faces?
Yeah, if I'm able to.
Pull one of their masks down?
Yeah.
How much information do you want me to give about your family? Like verbally, or do you want me to DM you?
Uh, whatever you think is best. I'm not sure where you're getting at. These are both male, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them are males, but it is involving your family.
Uh,
So I'll leave it up to you
I
if
think
you
you
want
say
me
it.
to say it out loud.
You can say it.
Okay.
I trust in the
So-
player not knowing.
Your sister, one of them,
Mm-hmm.
is particularly fond
Oh,
not
no.
only of how people die and the
Mhm.
process of which killing
Mm-hmm.
happens, but also how to make something not stay dead.
All right.
You pull down the mask and it's a corpse.
Do I
But
know which
the reason why
sis-
you're able to understand which sister it is, one, she's the only one who would do this, and two, they've got the mark. Like there's a little mark right under their eye.
Yep.
I'll let that mark be probably whatever mark you want it to be, honestly.
So this
But it's
would appear to
immediately
be
recognizable.
an undead drow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I should probably write up Gemini would actually be kneeling over this body, looking at the mark on the face. Shit. I'll stand up. That is unfortunate, but not unexpected. We need to get. I need your help with Blink. I need to get these antidotes back to Durgan.
I don't think Bessie can hold all three of us.
No, can he ride on the horse and we walk? Or
Here, I'll help me put Blink on the rear, and I'll hop down and we'll pick Blink up and kind of like fireman flop them over the back of the horse.
I'm fine.
You'll be okay, and I'll look to you.
Yes, I can walk back. I'm perfectly
Okay.
capable.
And with a nod, I'll hop back on my horse and ride like the wind, Bessie.
Before he takes off, if I'm gonna hand him one of my 2 vials. Get this to Durgan.
Okay, sure.
Actually, I'll probably take a second to look over the bodies a little bit more detail before I head back over to the wagon.
Like you're searching them for supplies, or what specifically?
She's less concerned about supplies and more concerned about clues.
What kind of clues you looking for? Like orders, or
Orders, how the hell she keeps finding us. Anything. They're undead, so they don't need to eat, but any idea of where she might be staying, if they have any sort of like ration on them, that'd be a giveaway, or maybe even looking at the amount of decay that's on them, if I can guess that's how old they are. Is this something that these corpses might have been something she's had for a while or recently, that means she might have some living host with her? Just trying to get more information about where this sister might be. So that's a pretty big ask. So if there's anything on there, I'm not worried about supplies. I'm more worried like any sort of clue as to this bitch.
she was not very particular with how she got the corpses.
Mm-hmm.
She only works with drow corpses.
Mm-hmm.
and the only drow colonies that you are aware of are yours and the one that is relatively close to the kingdom that you are currently in.
Okay.
But that's still at least a week's journey from where you are. So this thing must have been following you for a while.
Yeah.
Probably since you went to that one city that got glassed when you first got attacked. You come to the realization that you're being followed and you're not sure why. And it hasn't stopped. It's getting worse. 2 people almost died. Durgan is still dying. You still haven't applied,
Yeah.
you know,
I'll
antidote, but
Ride like the wind, Bessie.
I'll start heading back to the cart.
I sent you a DM link for your viewing pleasure. Ralph, you return yourself to the wagon, which is still closed.
I'll pull the horse up and hop off, and I'll get Blink and lay them kind of on the ground, maybe sitting up next to one of the wagon wheels. And I'll, with haste, hop into the wagon and then like, wait a moment. And
As soon as you open the door,
calmly knock. Chomp, it's Ralph.
you hear a loud cracking noise on the door.
No. It's Ralph. I'm going to open the door.
Ralph! Is that you? Or is that someone pretending to be you? Didn't I said not to open the door?
It's, you know me. Remember, I said I would protect you.
I know Ralph said that. In an
Well,
open
then
area with a lot of people around. How do I know you're Ralph?
And I'll reach into my back pocket and pull out one of my treats and say, I have a treat for you.
As soon as you say
Chomp.
as soon as you say part of the tree, the door gets kicked open and you are tackled by a dragon.
And I'll throw it off into the clearing so he gets
He
off.
runs
of me.
after it.
And I'll quickly go administer the antitoxin to Durgan.
There's a lot of blood in his mouth. You might want to like tilt his head over before he drowns in it.
I mean, I'll assess the situation as best I could. I would be super nervous and just like overwhelmed as a not really medically trained. I've seen blood, but I don't know what to do with this. Like drain
He was
the
starting to
blood.
drift off into unconsciousness, but seeing you come back, he's like, oh shit, I can't seem like I'm dying in front of this pussy. And he's just like, I'm fine.
Let me quickly find a way to empty his mouth of blood and.
No, he pulls himself up somehow, even though there's a lot of blood on the floor, more than probably you have in your body. He just kind of sits himself up and takes what's in your hand and just starts guzzling it. And then he just falls back into unconsciousness. Like he's like,
I guess yeah, I would probably be concerned for Blink and Durgan's health, and I would begin making camp and try and setting up some type of cooking situation. Make everybody some hot tea and a warm meal. This would all take a good while. But
yeah, by the time you start getting set up, Gemini, you come back and see Chomp just eating something as a dragon in the middle of a clearing next to a very used road.
This would have been one of my fishy treats for Chomp.
Emphasis on in the clearing next to a very used road.
Yeah, I think she, like, Gemini is kind of a little lost in her head, and she'll, without even really thinking about it, she'll go, Chomp, stay out of sight. And she's going straight over to Durgan. Just make sure he's okay. And kind of check on him, check on Blink.
You see the emptied antidote vial in his hand, and he's just kind of snoring in the wagon right now, unconscious as he should be once the thing took effect. He will live.
I think Gemini like is lost in like the order of things. It is get to the cart, get Chomp back into cover, check on patient, check on patient. Is everyone okay? Everyone is fine. And that's like the first time she finally just like and she's just gonna go over to where Ralph is like cooking the meal, like sit down on one of the like logs or something nearby, or even just on the ground, and just go like and just a long sigh as she just holds her face in her hands for a minute.
And at this point, I think maybe I would have at least gotten a kettle on, and pour some type of warm drink, and hand that to.
Yeah, you got a
offer
fire
to
starter and everything.
Yeah, offer a hot drink to Gemini, and this time I would say, Gemini, are you doing all right?
She'll take the tea and kind of like thinking about everything that's just happened. She'll actually pull out a little pouch of dried herbs that she procured in the first city, and she'll crush them a bit, and she'll add them to the tea. And she just takes
So at that time, you realize that's the first time you've actually used any herbs, really, in the past few days.
Yeah.
When you're so stressed.
She'll take a drink for a minute and kind of feel the heat through her upper body. The last few days, especially the last few hours, have been quite a bit. I suppose the pretenses are off at this point. I apologize for keeping my identity masked, but people's interaction with Drow can be, well, I'll kind of gesture to our unconscious party members.
Pouring myself a drink and kind of sitting on the other side of the fire now. Well, yes, an apology isn't really needed. And well, in my experience, I guess, well, people are mad at all sorts of people. People are mad at their neighbors. People are mad at their own kin. Mad at their own king, even. So, what's the difference?
Wise words. I told Blink quite a little bit about this, but my kin personally have taken great issue with me, but have never been this bold. Why the sudden hunting, I am unsure. It might just be because I am not at home.
Why indeed?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I appreciate you sharing that. And, well, I guess it couldn't come at a more inopportune time. Do you think it has any connection to Legion, or?
I am inclined to believe so, but I am not sure as to why. The Drow of my home city are very much set to the underground, generally only coming to the surface for very specific reasons. Why they would ally themselves with this Legion and these dragon armies, I have no idea. But it has been quite a few decades, so things could have possibly changed.
Well, it seems that there are many things about you that remain to be seen. Perhaps through these, we might learn some of their intentions. For now, we should just focus on our mission. Is Blink okay? Durgan, are they going to be alright?
In a way, they will be. We will see in the morning. Unfortunately, some drow poisons can be lasting. We will not know until they awaken and are able to, well, tell us how they are.
Very well. I guess stew should be good, and I'll pull the pot up and stir it, give it a waft. Ah, yes.
If I may.
Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that roll I just made 10 seconds ago?
Yeah, the one that you started doing Looney Tune villain looks about.
Yeah, I saw your face.
Yeah, we saw
don't
it.
act like we don't see it. We saw.
Yeah. I rolled that number I was waiting for.
Oh, very nice.
Bruh.
Unless
Okay.
there's an initiative being initiated.
Rolling! No.
No.
So while you're having this conversation with Ralph, having this one-on-one conversation, you hear a ringing in your head. Just subtle at first, but then it gets louder and louder, and then eventually you hear a voice. Hello? Is this connected? Gemini speak?
Do I recognize this voice?
Yes.
Who is this? I'm guessing it's the cat lady, but I don't know.
Cat lady? Jace, yes, it is Jace.
Okay. I'll immediately kind of lift my head. Jace, you are safe.
Safe is the inappropriate word for my situation.
Where are you?
I am in the city. I have found Lord Bonaparte.
Are you imprisoned?
That would bring much shame on my name if I were. I am not. They could not catch me. But it would be wise if you were to join me in the city as soon as possible.
We are on our way to you. We had a situation. Jace, where did you go? Well, obviously the city, but why did you leave?
I saw a face I did not wish to see in that sound. Someone who would have immediately recognized me.
I see. Very well. We have encountered dangers on the road, but we are making our way to you. Please remain safe. Where shall we meet you?
I will be at the gate in the morning. Sunrise.
I'll look up at Ralph. How long until we reach the city?
Half day's journey.
I'll kind of think. That should put us around sunrise, right? Through the night?
Yeah,
Or
if
be
you
past-
were to go to sleep right now, yeah, it would be sunrise by the time you get there.
Okay. So, we're about we're about half a day's journey from the gate. Maybe a little late, a little early. Difficult to say, but we will see you there.
Understood. Stay safe. Do not die. You are needed.
I'll kind of like sighing and then think for a second. It takes. I'll look up at Ralph. It takes a day to travel to the city, does it not?
Yeah, it's about that. Unless there's any interruptions.
How did Jace get there so quickly?
Who's Jace?
There was another companion with us when we arrived.
There's more of you.
One additional, yes.
I'll just burst out into laughter. I'm,
She entirely evaded capture from you. You were not prepared.
I'm learning new things about you every moment, it seems.
Next thing you're going to tell me, you have a patron that's a giant cat man.
Yeah, yes.
About that.
Well,
So, with a smile, this Jace has already made it to the city. Who are they? Can we trust them?
I would like to believe so. Unfortunately, with the amounts that we are being followed and tracked, I do not wish to be untrusting. It is a very slippery hill to descend on. I am inclined to trust her, yes. If I might ask, Ralph, you are taking all of this quite in stride.
Well, I mean, I've only known you but a short time, but you and, well, even Blink have already proved yourself to be, well, caring people. What you said about the imminent danger is true. And well, we've had a brief glance at what your decisions in battle, and that's when someone's real character comes out. And jokingly, apart from that time you punched me in the face, that was
Right.
That was pretty funny. No offense.
I was very unfortunate.
and yeah, maybe grabbing Chomp. Like, yes, that's right, little guy, you were there.
No, don't do it to me. No.
And yes, of course, I have some stew for you too, Chomp. Here, and I'll fix a couple bowls and walk
You're about
them
to
over
go grab a
to,
bowl, but it's already empty.
go check in on Blink and Durgan to see if they're conscious enough. Maybe we can spoon them some snoop.
The antidote immediately sends them into a long rest for technical explanation. They are unconscious. They are not going to be waking up until they wake up.
Okay, in that case, I would just leave their bowl and their portion next to them. Let it be cold, whatever. They can eat it when they wake
Food
up.
is food. It doesn't have to be nice. Just has to be
Yeah.
eaten.
Yep. And kind of just like shrugging my shoulders as there's nothing more I can really do here to help. Head back to Gemini. Say, well, we should probably get some rest.
Yes. I suppose just you and I. How many hours is it rest? Is it 8 or 10?
8.
8, okay.
It's going to be 8 for Ralph, but it's only going to be 4 for you.
Alright. How do you wish to do rest, just the two of us?
Go ahead, I'll take first watch.
Thank you, Ralph, if I haven't said it before, for everything. And I apologize for...
Don't mention it.
Well, I feel like I should. I'm under the impression that things will get a lot worse before they'll get better. And I'll go find a place to rest.
Night, Ralph.
Night, Chomp.
He just kind of snorts into the dirt below him so he can induce a sneeze, and he reverts to his smaller form and just kind of curls up into a ball next to the fire.
I think his sinus infection pours over.
He's not going to have a good time near the end of this session. Can you imagine a dragon, a full-grown dragon, having asthma?
Yeah.
That'd be awful.
Ralph would take his bedroll after Gemini's had left to go sleep. Take his bedroll, maybe lay it over Chomp, make sure he's all tucked in good. And I would only take a short rest. I wouldn't long rest here. And just keep guard. I wouldn't go and wake Gemini up to switch guard or anything. I would just stay watch and kind of hang out by the fire and poke the coals until Gemini wakes up from their rest.
I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw to avoid exhaustion,
Sure.
since you're denying yourself proper rest.
A 10.
Is it 10 or higher?
Is that a meat speeds?
I don't know if it's 10 or higher or if it's 11 or higher. You know what?
Is it-
Just for
is it a
the
death-
sake
is
of...
it like a death save would be 10 or higher.
I'm not... You know what? I'm just going to let it slide. It's close enough.
Yeah, because I think also if
You are
Gemini,
very tired, but you're not exhausted yet.
and I think
Fair
if
enough.
Gemini wakes up and she sees that Ralph had not slept the night before, when she tells him to, because she only needs 4 hours, when she wakes up and sees, then she'll switch shifts with him, and then she'll probably honestly let him sleep that extra couple hours, because Blink and Durganese wake up anyway.
Yeah, Ralph would deny this and say that we need to make haste to the city. I'll be fine.
Ralph, we had 3 fights in one day, and we're going to be
Ralph, are you denying sleep?
We are facing
For
more,
today, yeah. For today, yeah.
we shall be
Just a
facing
moment.
more adversity once we get to the city. We need to be at all of our best strength.
We don't have any time to waste. If we spend any more time, we won't make it to the gate by sunrise.
No, we won't.
Ralph,
I
can you
assure
come
you,
here real
Gemini,
quick?
I'll be fine. Plenty of nights, late nights on the wall,
Ralph!
standing watch.
Ralph, and I do not believe there were many days where you were in a life or death situation with a drow assassin squad after you.
Let me stop ignoring me!
What?
And
Chomp has
And
been
I'll-
like trying to get Ralph's attention this entire time.
I'll look down at
Ralph!
Chomp, and immediately say, "Chomp, get ready. We're leaving." Get
I
your
need to
things-
tell you something!
What is it?
Right now, he's back in his larger form.
Oh,
It's a secret. Come here. Come here.
He kind of grabs your head and pulls you closer. He's like pulling you into a huddle.
Sleep.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. As he starts to exhale a pink mist from his mouth.
oh, what is this? Wait, I'm rolling a thing.
Yeah, you're rolling a con save.
Another one?
Yes.
11.
You fall asleep.
No.
You have been.
can't
You are
do
under
this
the.
to me.
You are under the effects of sleep breath. You are asleep.
Damn it.
I'll,
Not do a
Let me
good
do
thing?
this.
I'll give
Just
I'll
let
give
me-
Chomp a little treat, and I'll settle in and I'll keep watch for a little bit. If,
Yes. Bribery always works.
even if we
It's just
can't
like
get
he's-
the yeah, if we can't get the full rest, just so at least he sleeps a little bit. I'm willing to take on the wrath of Jace, for us being at full potential.
I don't think you're ready for the wrath of Jace.
No, but I'd rather have the wrath of Jace and the wrath of a drow getting the jump on us.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Ralph, unfortunately, you are forced into a beautiful rest. Is unfair, unfit, undeserving of a man of your stature. 8 hours pass and you wake up.
Kind of just like super grumpy,
I'll,
groggy.
as soon as you wake up, I'm gonna hand you a cup of tea.
Would Blink
but-
wake up?
Yeah, you both you and Durgan would be up by this point.
Could Blink wake up before everyone?
Gemini's been up the entire time.
Where's Gemini at right now?
I'm guessing Ralph probably fell at the fire. I can't really move him, so I'll be by the fireplace, just kind of keeping a watch out, lost in thought.
You're not gonna move us.
I don't think I can.
You cannot move Ralph.
Yeah.
Object is too heavy.
I make him comfortable
Yeah.
where he is.
Big
Can
guy.
you draw kind of a map of where I would be when I'd wake up?
Oh Lord, hold on. Let me just pull up a blank slate real quick.
Well, are you planning on assassinating us?
Yeah, you die. You're dead.
Nah, yeah. I just want to
Give me a
see.
battle map.
I want to see if it would be possible for me to sneak away.
I get a log rest, right?
You are so devious.
I
love
don't-
this
What
character.
about
I-
devious?
Yes, you are.
I can tell you that yes, you would be able to sneak away if you roll a high enough stealth check.
And
Okay.
I'm the one on
Only
watch,
that
so
check.
try to be my passive. Or actually, be my active or my passive?
Is that a serious challenge?
Yeah,
I mean, she has a passive at like 18.
It'd just be Gemini.
I mean, whether or not she acts on noticing you walk away is up to her, but
Roll an 11.
yeah, she definitely sees you.
Well,
I like wake up. I'm like. Then I try to like sneak away.
dead ass looking at you, like.
You hear guttural like vomiting noises, and then you see him doing that Grinch tippy toe away into the darkness.
Oh God, it's clean through.
Are you running off somewhere?
Like limping, like holding onto the cars. I need a moment. It's like, stumble to the back.
What was that?
That was the audience applauding you for
Okay.
that wonderful stealth check.
I'm not gonna follow him, but I'm watching this place where he disappeared, like. Seeing how sussy he's being?
No, I'm just like.
He's a little sassy back
You
there.
see me just like taking a look at myself, not like understanding what happened, and I like wander off confused.
Okay, if you're doing the dementia walk, I'll stand up and. Are you alright?
What the fuck happened? Where the fuck are we?
We are. I see. I'll kind of like gently put a hand on your shoulder, lead you back over to the fire. We are at camp. You were poisoned.
Which shoulder do you put your hand on?
I'm right-handed, so it would be your left.
It falls off.
Blink would like wince in pain when you like touch him.
I'll be able to
Be like, fuck.
Come on, let me take a look at you. How are you? Are you feeling? Are you able to breathe all right? Any tension? Any pain? Are you able to think clearly?
Oh,
I know.
I'm allergic to affection.
Pretty sure I was stabbed. Like,
Right, but I'm more concerned about, and I'll sit him down. I'm gonna cast like dancing lights, almost like a doctor's pen light, and start doing like an eye exam. I'm more concerned.
Holy shit, Blink, the ghost is back.
Yeah, so that'll concentrate pinpoint of light, and just like I'm more concerned with what happens if the poison affects your breathing, scars your lungs, damages your spinal column or your brain capacity, that kind of thing.
You would see something on his chest, for sure.
What do I see?
So you would
My
like,
heart mom.
yeah, you would see that like
Old sailor's
the
hat.
entirety of his left arm is like scorched, like burned, like all the way up to like his chest.
Scarred, right? Not fresh.
Fresh.
I'll kind of see that, and the light will disappear. And take your shirt off, and I'm gonna go and retrieve my healer's kit.
I'm married.
Congratulations, take your shirt off. There was no fire during that fight. That poison that you were hit with could have unintended side effects. Unless you want to tell me if you were just a smoker.
Blake would take his shirt off.
I must do a medical examination on him. What
He,
happened?
he has purple skin.
Told you. Fucking told you. It's not real. It's not fucking live.
I think,
You can't hide anymore, bitch.
yeah, I don't think Gemini really reacts that too much, but she'll just.
Fuck.
She wants.
My clouds.
No! He's also like coated in tattoos, like
Okay.
sigils and shit, like Full Metal Alchemist style.
You didn't have
Okay,
the
about
you didn't
that.
have the burn marks when you went to sleep the night prior, did you? You woke up with this? I looked him over
She
before.
examined you last night.
I did.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't.
All right. Yeah, she just does like a, I don't know if you want to roll a medicine check, but she's more just checking. Her main concern is the side effect of the poison. As personal experience, poison's bad. That she'll, as she's doing this, do you want to tell me what happens with this? There was no fire being thrown around during the fight.
You know more than me. How did I get here?
She kind of looks at. What's your name?
Blink?
Do you know what my name is?
Gemini?
Do you remember how we met?
sort of.
What do you mean, sort of? Tell me what you
Involved a fight. The woman who was part cow, and another very angry god, and a lizard thing, and a very judgmental bartender. You accused me of selling skin.
You were selling skin. It was werewolf skin. Alright. Some impact...
Sorry.
Werewolf. Some impact your memory, but... that is concerning. No idea of how you got burned all the way up your arm?
No, this is some sort of drow magic.
Potentially, but I would think more if it was... Does this look like it was fire or acid?
DM.
On the burn?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure which.
Hey.
I'm not sure which one, or it's both.
What was your medicine check?
Oh fuck me, man. It was a 5, so 11.
Oh man, fire.
Some kind of burn.
I don't know, man. Maybe. Normal fire can't do that.
Yeah.
It looks like it's dead skin, but it's not.
I don't know.
But it's still scorched. So, no?
I don't think a draw poison would be able to do that. It can have interesting side effects, but generally not burn your skin like this. During the fight, you were unconscious when we arrived. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but based on the sword that was at your neck.
There was 50 of them. They surrounded me from all sides, and I took as many of them out as I could.
At this point, Gemini just folds her arms. There was 4 of them, but
No, it was way more than 4. 400, baby.
well, if you did kill
400 is like the entire army.
Yeah, she was. Well,
Yeah.
you killed. Well, you killed half of them, so you did well, Blink. We were able to save Durgan and yourself. Although, in the future, perhaps make your stealth missions a little more stealthy.
I thought there was only 3, not 400.
A fair assessment. And I'll just check him, make sure he's okay, all things considered.
Just hear some crashing wood in the distance and whinnying horses as you forget that, oh shit, I laid out a trap. Whoopsie, they caught the horse. Anyway.
I just call it Cynthia.
Blink would be.
What was the question? Sorry.
Oh, I have to jump soon.
Oh, yeah. Shit, you do. All right. Is there anything else that someone would like to say before we conclude tonight? No? Nothing?
Do we finish a long
Nothing at
rest?
all?
Yeah,
You have
finish
been
the
finished a
rest.
long rest, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, cool, awesome. I would also just like to say I love the side of the party that Ralph knows, and the side of the party that actually is the party.
Yeah, these people are deranged.
And it's fun. It's fun playing. on
You're
the line.
deranged. Don't try to act like you're not.
I'm trying my best, okay?
You're like a diet version of Parthenex that kind of went that way, but then it's just kind of on the line. Like, do I want to tip back over?
No,
If
just
he-
tell
if
these
he-
bitches to leave you alone.
If he didn't save Blake, I had my eloquence board already.
I know you did. Which is why we had to save you, Shy.
It was gonna be very fun to play a bard.
Not gonna let you play an
A,
eloquence
a
bard.
kinder bard too.
No.
I love Kinder.
I would smite you
Oh.
so
That
fast.
was a good session,
Silver
everyone.
barbs.
Thank you so much for watching us today. We're going to end the stream here, and we'll see you all next Monday. Good night, y'all.
Bye.